Hello and welcome to the Cobalt Cafe. It's Thursday night, and that means we're playing Star Trek Adventures. I am your GM, and I almost said host, Colin. Joining us tonight, in whatever order I decide, is Daniel.
I am Daniel. I am playing Tesora, the emotional Vulcan paleo astronomer.
And Tom.
I'm Tom. I'm Vivek, the not as emotional engineer.
Tara.
Hey, I play Captain Demore, Cardassian extraordinaire.
Still want to say extravaganza there, huh?
Every time.
Every time. Okay. James.
Hey, I am James, and I am currently playing Commander Tanjat Jaws.
And Everoth.
Hello, everyone. I am playing Lieutenant Commander Eversole.
All right. And tonight we are up to episode 14 already. Can you imagine, guys?
Didn't
14
you
weeks.
miss one? Do you have
Oh,
a guest star?
we do have a special guest star, and I'm an asshole for forgetting. Joining us tonight in, yes, a special guest star capacity. Like, this is the person whose name appears immediately after the opening credits, because, they're important. We have Luke.
Special guest starring. Oh, I'm Luke. I'll be playing Cav, a Vulcan wine merchant.
It's better than it sounds.
Keep your eyes peeled for me
Vulcan?
and my wine.
Yeah,
Wine, though.
Vulcan wine.
Ancient recipe, dating back to the 2070s.
Right. Oh
Fuck
my.
that Vulcan wine shit. Give me some good old Romulan ale.
And
That's illegal.
I know, it makes it even better.
Okay. So this is episode 14. The episode title is Loose Ends, several of which we'll be tying up today. And potentially several more will be created. So let's start with Tanjat. James, do you have a special or a certain scene that you wanted to start with?
I mean, Tanjat was the one who set up the malt shop, so
Okay. So you're in the malt
back
shop
to the malt shop.
with who?
Oh, I don't know. Anybody who cares to be there? I think Tanjat's probably just enjoying his malt shop program one last time.
I mean, you can take it with you. It's a computer program.
Copy paste.
That's a good point.
we have the favorite hangout for the crew of the Percival. Yeah, exactly. It's what was it, a 50s sort of, you said it was like a Happy Days situation?
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah, kind of. We've
Okay.
even got
So
our...
I'll probably be there with the counselor.
But my retort to copy paste is that no, I can't, because the malt shop is inhabited by a bunch of digital
Oh.
minds who are sentient beings.
Well, kinda. Like, they're not individuals. Poor Luke.
They're just camping for a holiday.
But it's sort of, I imagine it's sort of like in Star Wars, when as like the droids get older, they sort of develop more like rebellious personalities. I kind of picture them being, a little bit less stiff than the usual holodeck NPCs, right?
That's kind of what we determined. Yeah, is that there's a little bit more fluidity to their responses and things.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't just copy paste. So
Oh, that's fair.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's never going to be the same.
You could, out of character, bring some of them with you.
That just seems like another bad idea. Any
Yeah.
which way.
Let's infect all of Starfleet. Okay. So then this is a larger gathering in the holodeck, yes?
Sure.
Yeah, sounds like.
Okay.
Sounds like going away party of sorts.
Yeah, I'm there too.
Is anybody important not there?
Second in command.
Van Gardner isn't important. I thought we've established that.
He's
Okay.
he's minding the bridge.
Okay.
I will be looking at the wife and say, I still don't understand this bovine extract concoction.
It's just like the pork chops you've been drinking, except it's sweet and meant to be drank instead of chewed.
So look down at it and go, humans are strange. I don't think I'll ever understand wanting to imbibe on the lactate of another mammal. And just kind of shrug, but drink it anyway.
Sure thing, Teal'c.
Ow. Ow, ow. Tonjot, why does this drink give me a headache?
Oh, because I added syntha bourbon to it.
I was assuming that was brain freeze.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
haven't even swallowed it.
well, don't you Vulcans get taught how to, ingest slowly and enjoy your food?
No.
Oh, I got taught a lot of things.
Just drink slowly.
All right. So the special announcement.
Yeah, so I have in fact accepted the position to take command of the. Damn it! I'm the one who named it.
And then I
No,
told
the Gallant.
yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That's where my confusion came up. Yes. I have accepted the position of captaining the USS Gallant.
The light scattering of applause.
Thank you. You're too kind. I don't know how anyone thought having me in command of a medical frigate was, or a medical ship was the best of fits, but I'll have what's his new rank?
Who's new rank?
I'm assuming Eversoul got promoted too.
I mean, he's still lieutenant commander. You're commander.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. But Lieutenant Eversoul will be joining me. To be my second in command on the
Collins.
Gallant. So
Oh. That's the first I'd heard of that.
yeah, it took some serious thinking.
If anyone looks over at me, I look mildly perturbed.
I look devastated.
So I'm really sorry to leave you all with Van Gardner. Just make sure to make his life hell for me.
Great speech, Captain. Commander.
At least you guys know if you get into a bunch of shit, I'll be behind you with the Gallant.
All right. Well, not quite the emotional goodbye speech that I envisioned.
I mean, what
Oh.
were you expecting?
I don't know. All right. So let's cut over to.
Oh, can I make it a good one? Give me a second. So this is 15 and 5. No, 15, just 15. Unless composure would work for giving a good speech.
No, but if you're trying not to cry, it would.
Oh.
Okay, maybe I'm trying not to cry.
Too late. Just roll the fucking dice.
Well, at least you'll have plenty of doctors around next time you parkour on the hull of a spaceship.
That's one success. For Luke's benefit, Tonjot's presence is sort of the charisma stat, and it's 10, and his command is 5. So you add those together and try and roll under it on a pair of d20s. And then if you need more success, then you can add more dice to the pool, but we'll get into that later.
Okay.
So you get 1 success.
Okay.
It was okay.
Great speech, Captain.
All
Commander.
right. So Eversoul and Tesora, I think, are kind of having a private moment over in the corner.
I would, if we're done in the holodeck, I'd prefer to do it in the med bay while he is packing his stuff.
Does anybody have anything else to do in the holodeck then?
I think Tanjat's gonna give the like fond farewells, a more personal touch and work the room, saying goodbye to everyone kind of individually.
Okay, well then let's do Vivek, Tesora, and the captain in that order.
Okay. Yeah, so Tanjat goes up to Vivek and Commander Vivek, it's been quite the pleasure.
Yeah. It's been good, Tanjat.
Yeah, You know what, Tanjat? You can call me Jaws.
All right. Jaws it
Vivek?
is.
What?
You mean Vivek? You called him Tanjat.
Yes, I'm sorry. Vivek. You
All
can
right.
call
Jaws
me,
it is.
You can call me Jaws.
Just like the ancient Earth movie from.
Tanjat like kind of cocks his head a little, like I'll have to see it. But well, I'll never meet an engineer quite like you.
Yeah.
Or quite.
Hey, if you ever need your
Talented.
ship, ever need a tune-up, let me know.
Oh, I know who to go to. Hey, yeah, handshake, and then I'll move on to other random personnel as I work my way over to Sora.
So it's just gonna be me and the captain from the old bridge, huh? Just Captain Demora and Ensign Tesora.
Yeah, hey, but at least you've got Van Gardner.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Both look down at our drinks and take a slug.
You didn't
Well,
tell me that you were taking Eversol. I would have pushed for a transfer if I'd known.
oh, they need your expertise on this ship.
Yeah, because nobody else knows how to handle a gigantic laser. The only thing this stupid ship has going for it.
Yeah, well, somebody will figure it out. I gotta be honest with you. Once you aim it, it kind of does the rest.
That's also a phaser. I want to be very clear about that.
Well, let's hope we get somebody who knows how to aim it like you could.
Yeah.
Okay, and then to the captain.
Yep. To the captain. Captain?
Tanjat.
Well, this was certainly a very enlightening tour of duty for me.
Indeed. I hope the new ship will treat you well.
I think it should. It should be a very different experience from this one.
on captaining a ship, I do suggest that you you unburden yourself of all the tasks you don't want to do on Eversol. It worked like a charm for me, and I'll give you a little bit of a wink.
I think Tanjat will actually like smile and give the like single laugh. Ha. Yeah. Well, I think pretty much Eversol is going to be in charge of everything that involves anything to do with the medical, because it's not my forte.
I kind of give a little bit a nod and I'll also say, good luck with that one, also.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll pick up a little bit of medical jargon at least. Oh my god, I am gonna have to get him to. I'm gonna tell him to just plain English it a lot.
Just give a little bit of nod and then put down my drink and then say, well, as much as I like this liquid, I can say with a pause, I believe I shall call it an
A drink
evening.
and then say,
Well, it was good serving with you, Commander.
Captain, I can honestly say the same.
And with that, I will set down a drink and kiss my wife on the forehead and then walk out.
She
Awesome.
wipes like crushed Oreos from her forehead and turns to you. I am genuinely happy that one of you didn't end up killing the other. I wasn't certain that you guys would be able to make it 9 months without something like that happening.
Well, it nearly did in a couple of at a couple of moments.
So I've heard. I'm gonna miss you, Commander, and she goes in for a hug.
Oh, I totally returned.
Okay. Does anybody besides Tesora want to say goodbye to Ever while in the holodeck?
I'll probably see him off because I'm seeing them off, right? I'll have
if you like. I'm kind of doing this freeform here. Like,
I'll
I mean, I think we should at least give Ever a chance to do whatever we would like to do in the
Yeah.
holodeck.
As the word is out, he does seem to be a little bit prepared. He first up stands up straight to the captain, salutes. Captain, thank you very much for the experience, and I apologize for all the repercussions that I caused. I do wish you best on your next expeditions, and I believe we will still be at Signal's command in case you ever need us.
Of course, Lieutenant Commander. May I give you one piece of advice?
Yes, Captain.
Before you directly disobey an order, try to argue with him first. That way you
Yes.
don't get demoted.
Yes, Captain.
Give you a bit of a nod, and then I will leave.
Then he will shake Vivek's hand and say, Vivek, I do hope you keep on looking out for your medical checkups, even if I'm not around, right?
Yep. And I'm gonna miss those tribbles.
Want me to leave you one? I have like a dozen by now.
No. You can take it with you, but I'll miss them.
Sure. Then he goes to Zora and also shakes her hand, and he says, Ensign, even if you are among us, the one that has the hardest work, I would like you to remember that it can only be an opportunity for you to go up. This will not go forever. I hope that you reach up the bridge again sometime.
Um, she, she's not talking much, and she actually says, "Oh, so I don't even really mind being an ensign. I didn't get into Starfleet for the glory or the perks of rank. Better leave the command to others. You know, the nice part about being an ensign actually is you don't have to pretend there's any real logic to war." And she kind of huffs off a little bit.
Uh, he's gonna try and maybe talk back to her later, back in medical.
Yeah.
Leave it for now. I don't think I'm missing anyone, right?
I think that was it. I know it's
Okay.
kind of hard with all those extra portraits up there.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it is fine. Okay, so we want to do the scene in sickbay, or is that
Sure.
does
Yeah.
that okay?
So I think if anything, Tesora will seek you out while you're packing in Med Bay, and she'll come in because she has her little station still from last time, um, and uh, and she says, "Sorry about that back there."
Don't worry, I understand. I should have said something, but I really didn't thought anyone would mind.
Uh, I don't want you to go ever so. You shouldn't have to. It's not fair.
It's fine. It would not be forever. Perhaps you could request a transfer to that medical ship sometime in the future.
Oh, Tomjaw would never have that. Besides, I don't know. I guess I just feel like you're the only one who understands. When I read your file, it it said you worked as a triage medic during the Dominion War. Is that true?
He goes so pale that he almost drops Bunny and Clyde from his hands. He's like, "How do you know that?"
Uh,
And the papers, or sorry,
would it? I know it wouldn't say much more detail, but would that be on a bio somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's part of his official record.
Yeah. Well, it was on the. I guess I'm the only one who reads the. I guess I'm the only one who reads the records. Maybe nobody else bothered to. It didn't have any details, but still, I know what people in that position do. I think.
it fingers. It's understandable, but it just wasn't the triage itself. It was the same sickness. I mean, on this expedition, I thought I was gonna die so many times, but never like that time. It was the one time I felt afraid, not only for myself, but for what might come. If I failed back then, I don't know what would have happened.
Oh, well, I'm I'm sorry about that. I just well, you treated people too, right?
Hmm.
What was that like?
Devastating. But that's why it's so hard to talk about. I, I'm sorry.
Well, as for my part, I flew infantry rescue shuttles. It was a pretty simple low-level job. You take a shuttle into a hot zone, usually behind enemy lines, places where a big ship would get detected easily, but a small one can deploy a recon team to go and find captured or wounded allies. And the fire team sneaks in and activates a beacon, and good old Tesora beams you out. I must have pressed that energize button 1,000 times. Except the transport ship, you see, only has so much capacity before it must return to its carrier. There's only so much time before you risk detection, only so much medicine to treat the wounded, so people get left behind. And you hear them on the comms as you fly away. And she gets a little bit closer and she says, and sometimes I still hear them.
You see Eversol kind of like gives her a hug, wraps his arms around her, presses the head over his shoulder, and he's like, "All will be well. You did what you could. No one will ever fault you. No one should."
I know, but, well, how did you decide? How did you decide who lived and who died?
It was a matter of whoever had the best options.
So you got to choose, right?
Most of the times you could, the times that you couldn't, you always feel bad about it. But you can only move along.
Well, the way we did it, when they send you off, command gives you a list, and it ranks the soldiers in order of priority for rescue, and you have no idea why they ordered them a certain way, and you're not allowed to deviate based on the circumstances on the ground. Even if one of the soldiers had fought like a hero while another cowered in the corner, if the dead list called his name, that's who you brought back. You're not privy to the logic behind it. You're just told to trust it. You have to have faith that there is a logic to it somewhere.
Eversol holds her a little bit tighter and says, "There's no logic. There's no giant plan. There's nothing as such. Life is just the mess of coincidence, causes, and effects. In that madness, there was chaos and there was order. The order was not what you wanted. There was nothing you could do. You shouldn't feel bad about it. You shouldn't blame yourself for it. You should blame fate."
See, that's why you're the only one who understands.
All will be well, Tesoro. All will be well.
I'll leave it there.
Okay.
He's gonna leave behind for you Bonnie and Clyde after that.
Oh,
Wow. That's actually really sweet.
To be fair, he's got like 8 more at this point.
Yeah, but those are the only 2 that he ever bothered naming.
Well, the rest are like Al Capone, Timmy Tight Lips, and all those, but they're not that important.
Okay.
They're more like for those that are in the waiting area or really wounded, just for to have something to pet while you're waiting for them to be taken care of.
Okay. So I think a quick seeing off in the shuttle bay. Tanjot and or not Tanjot, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tanjot and Eversol. I think you guys, have your regulation duffel bag over your shoulder and you're walking into the shuttle bay and, there's a full honor guard there standing at attention.
Yeah, go through the formalities and all.
I think it's just a quick, like they all, salute real quick. Captain, did you have any final words to send them off?
I will be like, I'll keep it short. I didn't know what to expect when I got this command, and even though you two have been a thorn in my side occasionally, and I will eye you both significantly, you have also proven to be valuable members of the crew and valuable and very lovely people, and a oh God, I'm trying to think of the word. And I am having such a brain fart. The thing where you're good for like you're showing that you're amazing for the Federation. Why?
commendation.
No.
An insignia.
Anyway, and you showed You made the Federation proud, and I hope you will continue to do so on your new ship. Don't get too out of hand out there. That's my job. And I'll give a little bit of a wink and then give the salute and say, you're clear to leave the ship.
Thank you, Captain. And then leave.
Thank you, Captain. He salutes and then leaves.
Okay. That is certainly not the last that we've seen of Eversol and Tanjat, but it's certainly the end of their time on the ship, whatever. Okay, so let's move on to the main part of the episode. I had a crawl. It's up there above all of the funny gifs. Daniel, did you see it?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll read it. Am I science officer now, or is that Van Gardner?
I guess you are the science
I
officer
can
now
read it.
because Van Gardner is the executive officer.
Ugh. Okay. Science officer's log, stardate 61414.1. After the departure of our crewmate, the USS Gallant, the Percival is going about the task of filling the vacancies they've left. While the ship conducts a new rotation at Tratado Station, the captain and I have taken a shuttle to Deep Space Nine, where we will meet 2 officers transferring from the USS Madrid.
All right.
Side question before we get
yeah.
going. How many people did they steal from our ship?
A little less than 20.
Okay.
So, what, 2%?
Okay.
No. 5%. About 5% of your crew.
Okay.
Because there
Could
are
have been worse.
could have been a lot worse
Wait.
actually.
How much crew do we have?
The Gallant?
Yeah. No, the
Percival?
Percival.
Like 160?
So it took less than 20. That'd be more like
I'm not a math guy, okay? Leave me alone.
like 10% ish.
Okay. There you go.
12.5 ish.
Captain, they decimated us.
They took some from every ship in your squadron, the 116th Exploration Squadron, and then they also got like a supplement from Starfleet Command.
I assume we got a bunch of Fresh Face Academy.
That's what the Percival is picking up right now, is like the normal crew rotation.
There's this vision in my head. There's like some ensign from the Percival who's like, oh my god, thank god Tanjak got transferred, and then they got their transfer orders and we're like, wait, Tanjak's the captain? Fuck.
I feel like you had a pretty good rapport with the crew.
Okay.
Well, you specifically mentioned that the ones who have a sense of self-preservation don't like him.
Yes, okay, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, there's like some nerdy science officer from below decks who got their orders and they were like, wait, what?
Finally, we don't have to risk our asses on every mission trying to save that guy.
Okay,
anyhow,
so Captain Demore, you brought Tesora as your shuttle pilot.
Yeah.
But the ones that aren't transferring aboard, like the fresh-faced recruits that are, you know, taking the positions from the group that was transferred to the Gallant, you're meeting a couple of officers that were taken from the Madrid. So you are on Deep Space Nine. I didn't really have anything planned here, so where do you want to meet these new characters?
I imagine probably the promenade.
Okay.
Maybe the observation level.
Nice and quiet up there. Makes sense. I think you walk up
You
and
don't
they're
want to do it
standing.
at Quarks?
No.
It's been rebranded. It's called ROMs now.
Wait, why would it be called
Right.
ROMs?
They're all ROMs. It's a franchise.
Oh,
I'll get
I
into
did
it
not
later.
know that.
No,
They won the franchise war.
Well, because yeah, ROM is the Nagus.
Grand Nagus. Yes, I know. It was. Never mind. Okay,
No, I get where Colin was going. Burger King.
Taco Bell.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Oh.
hope he knows how to use the 3 seashells.
Yes.
All right. So, standing on the observation deck are Lieutenant Connor McCullen. Good God, I just swapped the phonetic sounds there. And do you want to bring up your other character now? Ever?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Can I just-
I forgot one thing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, Kadian and a human are standing there. In fact, why don't you? Do you guys want to have a quick conversation? No. Well, you served together. We'll say you both just got off of the Madrid. This is something of a promotion for you both because you were second in command, or second officer in your current positions, and transferring to the Percival will let you be lead in your respective positions. So,
Okay.
Connor McCullen, go ahead and describe yourself real quick.
He's a kind of a wiry little guy. But like you can see, he's kind of skinny buff. He's young-ish. He's not fresh out of the academy, but he's still kind of young. Big shit-eating grin on his face. Just like he is overjoyed to be like stationed on the Percival. Like he's heard stories and he's excited to get those missions. So yeah, he's excited.
All right, and standing next to him is a silver-furred Catian. Catian? I think it's Catian. The furry
Your
race.
dog doesn't approve.
She didn't like cats. Except it's a possible meal. So go ahead.
He's the commander on security. His name is Leonidas, and he seems to be a little bit much of a experienced security officer. He walks with a firm pose and not much of a presence, but secure of himself and his abilities in the past. He does seem to look around very aware of learning new environments and sees this with a very grateful promotion, and he's just there to see what happens.
When you walk or stand, in what position does your tail stay?
It is wrapped around his waist like a belt, and the minor tip is like as most as it can to lay upwards toward his back.
Okay. So Captain and Tesora, you guys can go ahead and walk up and meet the newbies.
Oh, did you want to let them continue to have a
Oh
quick
yeah, that's right.
conversation first?
Sorry, derailed myself there. Yeah. What? Well, yeah. So you two serve together, and are transferring together. So, yeah. I mean, go ahead and. How are your characters feeling about the change?
Oh, come on, Commander! It's the Percival. I'm so excited about the I've heard stories like, oh my God, this is gonna be an amazing time.
The ship looks acceptable. At least it will be a perfect promotion.
Yeah, I mean, acceptable. Have you seen the specs on this thing, Commander? Like they took like an old an old bucket. And they just like they put some big engines on it and they strapped a massive gun on it. Oh my god.
I cannot wait to see the tactical systems. The crew also looks adept. They seem to have experience. At least something bad on the pass. Tells good for the ship.
Well,
One would hope we're experienced. As I approach from behind,
Captain, Captain.
Captain?
I-
And he salutes.
Connor like whips around and like gives the very formal salute, kind of anxiously, like he just got the drop on us by a scary superior officer.
at ease, Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. And then he
Ma-
does the like super formal at ease that doesn't look all that at ease.
I am Captain Demore of the USS Percival. And this is and I start saying Lou Ensign to Sora.
Hello. I am looking extremely nervous. And Tesora is holding a like she has her both hands behind her back, holding some kind of shopping bag because we were on Tratado Station where like the closest thing to a space mall is, and she's trying to hide the bag.
Well, we're on Deep Space Nine, so.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, even better. Yeah. So she's gone shopping, and for whatever reason, she does not want you to see what she's shopped for.
Okay.
Connor
Connor like leans over to the commander and is like, "Does this Vulcan seem weird, Commander?"
Strange, but better not judge until we learn more.
So I'll let you. I'll watch. Eyeing you as you two whisper back and forth at each other.
Yeah, if you're whispering back and forth, I'm gonna whisper to the captain. I'm gonna say, "You didn't say that. What? You didn't say there was a Cation."
And that's a problem.
No, normally it wouldn't be, except. And if you lean back to look at the bag that she has, she's just gone to a pet store and gotten like a ton of cat toys for Professor Sniffles.
I have not looked into your bag. I don't care.
Oh.
I'll give you an eye and say I'm still. I'll actually literally look at you for a moment and go, I'm still not convinced you're Romulan in disguise. And then I'll look at the two and then the two new hires and say, so, your captain has given me, from your last assignment, has said very good things about you. And I hope you'll perform as admirably as our last two crew members.
Yes, ma'am. Salute.
Yes, Captain.
I'll look over at you in particular. What was it? Leonitras? Leonitras?
Yeah, they're supposed to have a letter, apostrophe, and then the name for something. They
'Cause they're
don't have last
space
names.
cats.
Yes, they don't have last names or anything after that. So that's his
Leonitras?
full name.
Leonitress.
Yes.
Leonitras.
Yes.
He nods as you know him.
And you have very big boots to fill. I hope that you are up to the task.
I expect nothing to do nothing more than overjoy you with expectations, Captain, and fulfill them. And he gives up.
Yeah. Tesora tries to stifle a snort when you say boots.
I will. I'm trying to keep my composure right now, but I definitely side eye to Sora and then go. Well, do we have time before we just fly off, or what was the
Yeah.
plan here?
I mean, you're supposed to be meeting the Percival, kind of like at a halfway point in between Tratado Station and Deep Space Nine. They're spending more time at Tratado Station because they have like a ton of crew to rotate out and do all that. You guys are kind of just doing a quick pickup, but you have a long way to travel. So you, like, in 14 or 16 hours, you have to meet the Percival, like, in a random spot in space.
Okay, but we got like maybe an hour.
Yeah, you
Or
can spend
two
an
on
hour. Whatever,
DS9.
you're the captain. Nobody's going to tell you you're late.
I just didn't. I didn't know what how far we were out. Like time scale. And I'm punctual. You got to remember, I am super punctual.
Okay.
So yeah, I will say I've never been here, but I've heard quite good things about the shopping district. I see some of us have already imbibed and look down at or look over at Sora. Care to take a stroll along the promenade?
Oh, well, my arms are really loaded down. I'm going to stop by the shuttle and drop this stuff off, and then I'll catch up. How about that?
Do whatever you need, Tesora.
She backpedals away.
Okay.
And
So
we will. So who? What?
So we're going to the promenade?
Yeah, we're heading down the promenade, just walking the loop. Maybe running into another guest star.
Oh. I appreciate that, but no.
Oh, okay.
You have a pleasant interaction with a Bajoran woman who used to be a Starfleet officer. She's now the station security officer. But otherwise, no.
Okay. I'll probably get one of those sticks. I don't remember what they're called.
Oh, yeah, something candy. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I will get something for something expensive quotation marks for the wife.
Okay. Tholian silk. I don't know.
It's a thing.
a thing.
Something.
Okay.
Something probably specifically from Bajor, but that's what I do.
I wind up with a model ship to build.
Oh yeah. Okay, I like that.
You build them in bottles?
You don't need to do that anymore. You can just transport them to the inside of the bottle.
Oh. That just takes out the challenge.
That's not cheating.
Yeah. But no, I'm thinking like nerdy Warhammer, like I assemble and paint ships. I'm still coming up with a personality, and
That's fair.
I
this
like
is like
it.
a fun one. Yeah.
Okay, so now you all strap down for the 12-hour shuttle ride back to the ship.
Yes.
Yep.
And I will let the new guy fly us back.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, well, okay. I guess I'll sit over here then.
All I can say, I would like to see how he handles himself. I already know how you handle yourself.
Lieutenant McCullen, how do you handle yourself when
I drive carefully.
leaving Deep Space Nine?
It's a little aggressive.
Yeah, okay. So he, goes flying out of the, I assume as a shuttle, you're in a docking bay and not just, parked connected to the side. You kind of
Okay.
go shooting out of there. You hear some angry squawking from flight control about how you're supposed to be limited to point one impulse until you're so far away from the station. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of a time skip here, unless anybody wants to have a conversation on the shuttle. It's okay if you don't.
I think you
Uh,
want to move on with the story.
That's fair.
The shuttle is not back on the ship, right? This is still the station, right?
Yeah. Or no, we're
Okay.
flying in between the station, Deep Space Nine, and the ship.
Yeah, then I'm fine until we get to the station. I wonder if I need to roll something to detect triples.
No, I'm pretty sure that was left on the.
Yeah, I did not bring triples.
Okay. So we're gonna say about 6 hours into your 12-hour flight, McCullen, you notice that there are two ships approaching rapidly, from one from behind, and one from sort of the we'll say the front right, and they're obviously on intercept courses.
Captain, we've got 2 ships on intercept course for us.
Commander Leo, what's it? You're just Commander from now on. Commander.
Yes, Leo.
I can only see LEO on his name tag.
Which is why I
Commander
suggest Leo.
I just remember Leonidas, but with an R.
But anyway, Commander, if you would scan them.
Allah.
Or is that's a science officer thing, isn't it?
Usually.
Okay, actually, Ensign Tesora. Status.
Sure. What do I roll?
To identify a ship, it's Reason Con. Difficulties
Reason
2.
con. Okay, I can do that. Reason con. I have to roll under 14.
And they
are they
are
small crafts?
They all are small crafts, so you have a
Okay.
focus. So for Luke's benefit, Reason is 10, security con is 4, so that's 14. And because she has a focus on small crafts, that means that if a die comes up as a 4 or less, that counts as 2 successes instead of just 1.
Okay.
And the reason it's a 4 is because you have a focus means you have to roll under the applicable discipline. So if my con
Yes.
is 4, I have to roll under the 4. What's the difficulty?
Gotcha.
2.
2. So that means I have to roll 2 dice under that score.
Yes.
Ooh, do I have? Well, okay, here we go. Ooh, so only 1, unless the ship helps.
Yeah, you know what, the ship can help.
Whatever shuttlecrafts have.
It's not a whole lot. You know what? I don't actually think I ended up putting that in there. Let me pull it out of the book real quick. I'm getting better at navigating this book on the fly.
That's how I
Shuttles
feel about
and
GURPS.
And we'll use the hand tool so I can scroll instead of... Okay, shuttle... Craft. Let's see. So it's going to be sensors 5, con is 1. So 6.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Ugh.
Unknown. But they are coming towards you.
Like high speeds.
Yes. Faster than this shuttle can go for sure.
Shields and then hail them.
Yes, Captain. What do I need to roll for that? Is it
No need to roll. I mean, shields
Okay.
are a button. They do not reply. But you do detect weapons being powered up.
Evasive maneuvers. Get ready to attack their weapons or their engine arrays.
Lieutenant Connor, there is a nebula nearby. It is pretty dangerous in that, you know, it's dense as far as nebulae go. So we're going to call it a class 4, meaning that it would be a +4 to difficulty to do certain things inside of it. Specifically, sensors will not be able to penetrate.
Okay. Captain, there is a nebula nearby that I think we could lose him in.
Do it, Lieutenant.
I do
Commander?
that.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this a. Basically, you have to make it to the nebula before they intercept you. So we're gonna make this a an opposed roll, daring con, yours versus theirs.
Okay. So, I don't have any momentum at the moment.
You do not have any momentum at the moment.
So I am. So this will be 17.5 with helm operations.
Yeah, okay.
Really? Well, that's 2.
That is 2. Let's see what they get here. They are 9-2. That is
They
also 2. So
also
now
get 2.
let's roll for the shuttles. You are going to roll at a 6, and they are going to roll at a 13. Ooh. Oh!
Oh no!
What?
Okay. I'm gonna say that it looks like you're gonna get there right before they manage to intercept you. So yeah,
Okay.
this nebula. Let's come up with a really good name for this nebula real quick. This is gonna be the somebody name a mythical creature.
Griffin.
Medusa.
Okay, this is the Medusan Nebula. So as like I said, as far as nebulas go, it is more dense with particles than the average nebula. You know, it's almost like flying into a thunderstorm. Like you see little energy discharges inside as you're barreling towards it, and you're bracing yourself for what you know will be, various turbulence and sensor damage when you get inside. And just before you hit the edge of the nebula, a large ship comes flying out of it directly towards you, and catches your shuttle in a tractor beam.
Damn it.
Damn.
Fire.
I fire the weapons.
At the tractor beam.
Okay, so actions when you are caught in a tractor beam are an increase in difficulty, and I think it's based on the scale of the ship. I want to make sure. Starship weapons. Okay, apparently not. Torpedo damage effects. Tractor beam. Okay. If successful, target vessel is immobilized, cannot move. Using the shield modulator, raw power of the engine. So the tractor beam task in its own right with a difficulty determined by the strength of the ship's tractor beams. Okay. So the tractor beam strength. Scale 6. Strength is 5, so the difficulty is going to be 5.
Ugh.
5.
I mean, these are pirates. They are specifically.
That will make it a control security for 16, and I have shipboard tactical systems. Would that give me the discipline for my focus?
Shipboard tactic systems is absolutely the focus, yes.
So 5 and 2 dice. Here they go.
Not bad,
Only 2.
but yeah. So I think, it's whoever's operating the tractor beam is able to spin your ship away as you try and shoot phasers at the emitter. And you hear, over the cons, this is the Greythor. Prepare to be boarded. And you are slowly swallowed up by a dark shuttle bay.
I would like to pull out my phaser.
Yeah, do we have weapons on the shuttle?
Yeah, there's
yeah.
there's a little thingy, like a little weapons locker where you have Type 2 phasers stored. So anybody who would like a phaser can absolutely grab one.
Oh yeah, I have one.
I have
I'll
one
take
in
one.
hand.
I think it just starts with a banging. It's like, open the door or we're going to have to cut it open.
I would like to open the door and shoot,
Yeah, I think
and
we're
then
all
close
shooting.
it. Yeah, open the door and then everybody shoots.
The door is like a pneumatic thing that drops down from the back.
Yeah, we'll all take cover and start shooting. I'm not good at doing this without a fight.
Okay.
I have one thing that enters here, pack tactics. So after I make my attack, can I assist the captain?
No, an assist's attack is a task in its own right.
Yeah, I want to say, how about you shoot first?
Okay.
So you're
Oh,
gonna.
sorry. I was thinking wrong. Close protection is the one when after I make a successful attack. But I need a momentum to protect an ally. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So I think you open the door and there are 2 Nausicaans there with tools for cutting open a door. Oh, for Luke's benefit. Daniel, how did you make that show up on everybody else's?
If you're talking about a picture of the Norscan, I already had a look at the sexy bastards.
Okay. Oh, because it's still shared. Ha! Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so there's 2 of them there with breaching tools. So you drop the back door
And shoot.
and shoot. Yeah, go ahead and fire. Control security default difficulty is 2.
Hand phaser focus.
Yo, yes. So that's
2 successes, 3 successes.
Okay, are you going to do anything with that momentum, or do you want to bank it?
I'll bank it for some minute.
Okay, so roll 8d6. I'm going to say that opening the door was a minor action, so you weren't able to use the charge quality, which is where you can, switch its power. Okay, 1,
I see
2,
a lot of 6s.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And just because everybody was confused about this, but nobody said anything for the longest time, Luke, there's usually special dice for this game that have a symbol on 2 sides, a 1 on one side, a 2 on one side, and 2 blank sides. You with me so far?
Yeah.
So ones count as 1 when you're rolling, twos count as 2. The symbols count as 1 plus an effect. Ever's gun doesn't have any effects. So he's going to do 2 damage for that 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the 5s and 6s.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Nausicaan has 1 damage reduction, so you still do 6. Is that right? 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So he goes down, and it's their turn.
There's blood.
So the other Nausicaan that's there, like, drops his cutting torch and runs around to, like, the other the side of the shuttle where he is not in direct view. Otherwise, in the cargo bay, the lights are off, so you really can't see a whole lot, like, past 10 or 15 feet where the light from your interior diminishes.
All right. Well, I would like. Was that his turn?
Yeah.
I would like to create an advantage that is covering fire or something. So anyone who else is going to do an action, I will be there supporting them with covering fire.
Okay, so you can't see anybody to shoot at. So you're just kind of shooting blindly into the dark?
No, because I'll give away my location. Just so, like, maybe covering fire is a bad name for it. So, like, on alert.
Overwatch.
Overwatch. There we go. Can I do that?
I think the best way to model that would be you waiting or holding your turn and then selecting the trigger when I see a Nausicaan.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense?
So instead of that
Or
makes sense. I will
when
do
I
that
see an
then.
enemy. Okay. So what's gonna happen? I think
And we're all like down behind cover and stuff.
is there cover in a shuttle?
I mean,
There's
the
the
chairs.
seats,
and-
yeah.
Yeah, there's chairs.
And also, I mean, there's probably some boxes and stuff to sort when shopping. Like, I don't know,
Yeah, I'll throw a little squeaky toy out.
supplies.
Okay.
Do I need to make a will check to not go for it?
To not go for it.
No, like
Squeaky
catch
toy.
it in the air because it's going
Oh,
into
right,
my...
right, right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed. Yeah. Okay, so I think somebody's just gonna, from the darkness, huck a grenade in there.
Can I? Oh, I can't shoot the grenade because I said Nosk in particular.
Well,
Red matter.
you don't even, like, really see a person. Character development. Sorry, I'm trying to remember where. Types of attack. Technology and equipment. Weapons. Okay, here we go. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that there are no grenades. So I'm just gonna kind of.
Base it off like what kind of grenade is it? Is it
Oh,
a boom
pulse
grenade
grenade.
or is it a?
Right there. Okay.
Okay.
Just kind of mixed in with the. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna do. Difficulty is 2. That makes it. So the damage is.
It explodes right away, or does it take a moment?
It explodes right away. So the security plus, and then this is debilitating, I think is what it is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 effects. Deadly, no. Non-lethal. This is where it
Does
gets
it-
the weapon is debilitating is the beginning of the non-lethal thing, and it is on the same page as the weapon effect debilitating. Oh, so that just means that the difficulty of the attack, or the difficulty of the task to hurt somebody with it, is increased by 1. You know what it's called is intense. There it is. The attack is designed to inflict massive harm and incapacitating them far more quickly. Cost to avoid and you guys don't have enough to avoid an injury anyway. Okay, great. So unless anybody has any resistance, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
Zoinks!
That's our stress, right?
Yeah, and anything more than 5 is an injury.
So 5 damage.
Don't even bother, because if nobody has any way of shrugging that
I have
off.
1. I have a value.
Do you?
Could I, when I see the grenade, at least pull over the captain? I have protect an officer's life. Protecting the captain is never wasted.
You know what?
If I cannot jump over the grenade.
Oh.
Because I would like to do that, but I'm not sure if it's possible or if it goes against the story.
Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna.
You could still create an advantage, like we're more clear-headed or we wake up a little bit earlier.
I'd like to lay over the grenade.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me fitness security.
17.
Athletics. Yeah, you got a focus even to jump on top of it.
Successes do I need?
The more successes, the less stress everybody takes.
I'll use the momentum and yell, "Captain, look out!"
That's 3.
That is 3. So I think that
Wait,
then
no. Fitness security is 17, and the thing is the 5.
Yeah.
That makes it 4.
4. All right, so everybody only takes 3 stress,
Except for
Leo, who takes, I think, all of the stress that would have gone to everybody else.
That's a total of
1.
You're unconscious.
2.
Yeah.
3. Yeah. We'll just, because once you hit 5, you have an injury. So I'm just gonna say you're unconscious.
Okay. I marked 5, and I'm unconscious.
Perfect. Okay.
Does this grenade actually make like a concussive impact? It's not like a what does the grenade look like when it does this?
It would have been a bright flash of light, or I guess a pulse of light, but you don't see all of that. It still leaves spots in your vision, and there's some sort of secondary effect that makes it feel woozy for a second, but obviously it does not overwhelm you.
Okay.
So Connor or Tesora.
I'll go. I'm gonna run out the shuttle bay and phase the guy that just chucked the grenade in.
Okay, I think when you run out of the shuttle bay, a handful of guys who have been holding their actions are going to fire at you all at once.
Wait. So, are we again doing it where they all move for every time one of us moves?
There's as squads. So if there's a group of 5 or fewer identical, I can group them together into squads.
Okay.
And let them act together. So you don't know this, but there are 12 Nausicaans out there, plus the surviving guy from the breaching party. One group just chucked a grenade. One group has held their actions, and one group is going to go after you guys, or after your turn.
Don't tell these nerds that.
Yeah, right. So let's see. They're what are they? 9 and 2. I can't believe I closed Nausicaan Hijacker. Right. Control security is 11. So
I'm
that's...
up for speeding this along and just saying we take a couple out and we get our asses handed to us.
Yeah, I mean Connor definitely does. So
we're not in a nebula yet, right?
No, you're outside of the nebula.
Is there any advantage to maybe Tesora going to like the control console and maybe putting out some kind of distress signal?
Yeah, sure, give it a try.
Okay. What would that be?
I guess control science?
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. If I'm trying to...
Difficulty is normally 2, but of course these pirates have jammers on that are strength 3. So total is 5.
Okay. Total is 5?
Yes.
5 difficulty. I don't think that I can even overcome that. Well, I guess if I get 2 under focus, jammers, decryption's a focus, right?
Oh yeah, that works.
Okay. I want to make sure that we have a way out if we need one, because if they junk this ship, it's gonna be curtains. So, I am going to use my value and say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough, and I'm going to get that 1. And so I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to try to roll under, you said control science with my decryption. Here we go. Should I use that momentum? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, am I linked in? Am I neural linked to this ship?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I'll link in there so I can roll with the ship assist. Oof.
1, 2.
Wait. Yeah, 2.
And then the ship. Shuttlecraft. Comms is 7. Oh, that's its biggest score. I guess science.
Yeah, if
Which
I had
is
to
0.
roll science.
So 7.
Womp womp.
Just a flat 7.
Can I
Alas.
reroll that?
Oh, right.
Ugh, no, I couldn't.
Okay,
well.
Yeah. So I think as you're doing that, the well-practiced pirate boarders pop on and stun everybody.
I hear an ominous squeaky toy get stepped on, and then I'm knocked out.
I like that. Nice. Okay. Let's bounce over to the USS Percival, currently leaving Tratado Station. Commander Vanguardner is sitting in the captain's chair, looking smug and very at home. Vivek, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you're working the bridge internal systems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, okay, well, we made good time in the made good time with that crew change out. We might even have an hour or 2 to spare at the rendezvous with the captain.
Sure.
You guys are the same rank.
Mm-hmm.
Although he is, technically in
Yeah,
charge.
killing captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I think the captain will be impressed if we run some drills during the trip and while we're waiting for her. Commander, will you please write up a schedule of trainings for the crew? We'll start with one training drill per department, and then we'll start doing some intermix department. Have that on my desk in an hour.
All right.
Okay. And we'll bounce back to a prison cell on a Nausicaan ship. The main characters wake up. You are not the only ones in the cell. There are a handful of others. There's let's see, a Euridian, who are the kind of mole rat looking guys. That. There is an anemic looking Andorian in a sort of like a tattered set of clothes, and there is a Vulcan wearing sort of like your traditional Vulcan civilian clothes. Luke, that was kind of your cue.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm just sat presently, surveying the newcomers who are waking up.
I guess you would have been awake. The Nausicaans literally just opened the door. One of them held a phaser or a blaster of some sort on you, while another one threw them in, kind of like by the pants, one by one.
Mm-hmm. I've just been sat silently watching them all, considering things. How long have I been in here?
You've been in here for, we're going to say, a couple of days. The Euridian was picked up right after you. You have no idea how long the Andorian's been here. For the record, an Andorian is a blue-skinned guy with antennae.
Okay.
And they start coming to... Who has the highest fitness? Leonitrus. Tress.
But I'm unconscious.
Everybody was unconscious.
He did take the brunt of the whole thing, though.
Not sure if I would be the first one to wake up with that. Is it fitness?
Yeah, I just went by whoever had the highest fitness.
12.
Yeah, no, that's you. That's why I'm saying you wake up first.
Okay.
If that's how you're doing it, I am also. Nope, never mind.
You're an 11, I thought. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, Leonitrus, you wake up. You see everybody else in the cell, including a Vulcan sitting in the corner, cross-legged, kind of watching you somewhat intently. Watching you sleep.
He will wake up and try to sit down, hold his chest. He is breathing heavily. He looks around for the captain and the rest of the crew and tries to stand up before he heads over there to see if he can wake them up.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of slowly coming to, but you can bend down and slap them on the cheeks or, tickle them under the nose with your tail or whatever you do, but everybody kind of comes around.
I'll help them sit down and see if they can wake up on their own.
So these guys all in Starfleet uniforms as well?
Oh, yes. Everybody's a Starfleet officer.
So are we all up now?
You are all up and awake and in a cell together.
Ow.
Yeah, I concur. That sucked.
I will check my person's. Anything left on me?
Besides your uniform?
They take my hairpin?
Probably not.
Okay. It's one of those longer ones, but yeah.
I mean, are you talking about one that's the size of a hat pin and pointy at the end?
It's design. It's one of those bun ones.
Let's pretend that I've never worn my hair in a bun.
Yes, it's a bit longer.
Is it pointy? Could you use it
I
to
mean-
stab somebody and do damage?
It's not like needlepoint pointy. It's more like crochet needle pointy.
Like a chopstick.
Yeah.
Then no. They did not
Okay.
take it.
Let's let the new guy drive.
I'll look at the rest of them in the room and go, hello.
Did the Vulcan just make a sarcastic quip at me?
I believe
Connor literally says that out loud.
he grunts. I believe. Ow. So.
Ugh. What a I'm gonna get up and try to like feel around. Like, first of all, what's the lighting in here like?
Oh, dim as fuck and tinged slightly orange.
Yeah, so I can barely see. As far as what we are being kept by, is it physical bars or is it like a force field?
Bars. Like
Yeah,
it's
so
a physically locked door. It smells, it like reeks of urine or various races urine in here. The floor is sticky and somewhat slimy.
Ugh, highly unsanitary.
Yes.
Are we on a ship? I'll ask them, the group at large.
Yes, Nausicaan pirates.
And you are?
I'm Cav, a wine trader, captured 2 days ago.
Did you say
Oh.
Nausicaan?
Yes, they're a bunch of bloodthirsty pirates. But I've only seen Nausicans.
So are you actually Vulcan? Or just a Vulcan wine trader?
I am a Vulcan.
Oh,
Vulcan,
sorry.
comma,
I don't really
wine
need to say
trader.
I should hope I look like a Vulcan.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Because yeah.
As
Anyway,
opposed to somebody
you
who
are-
trades Vulcan wine. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yep.
Or a traitor to the Vulcan wine industry?
all right. And there was, you said, and I will look at the other two. How long have you two been in here?
The Endorian just kind of stares off into space. The Uridian, like goes to say something and then like waves hands and sighs deeply.
They aren't the most talkative bunch.
The Uridian couldn't shut up, Luke, when he was originally brought here. But he was taken away for interrogation and hasn't said anything since they brought him back.
Well, that's interesting. I'll relay nothing of the sort.
I will look at. So I assume is it like a key or is it the classic button Star Trek like sciencey key, or how primitive we talking here?
I feel like it's probably like a mechanical lock. So you have to hit some sort of a button or code on the outside of the cell.
Well, now that you fine Starfleet officers are here, I'm sure we'll be rescued in no time. But should we perhaps hasten our escape and take control of these blackguards' ship beforehand?
Gonna look at the Vulcan here and raise an eyebrow.
So the Vulcan just say blackguards?
Strangest Vulcans ever. I'll go. I would imagine we should try to get them. How often do they come to feed, or do they feed at all?
There's no clock in here. They come from time to time.
They've brought me a couple of meals while I've been here.
Oh, they also come and take the Andorian frequently, and they came for that Uridian the one time.
They've been interrogating these two. Have I just been in the cage?
Yeah.
Have I... Oh, they seem less interested in me. They seemed like they were going to kill me. But of course I told them my grandfather at the winery will pay a handsome ransom. The Andorian just coughed in the background.
Commander Leo, would you mind checking around out there, see what you can feel?
Is that a insight check or what am
Insight
I?
is dealing with creatures.
Oh,
So why don't we make this a reason security difficulty 2.
I figured our arms can't fit through, but his tail can.
you want me to watch with my tail?
Like, feel around out there, see what's going on. If there's like a panel or something.
Let me see. That would be athletics focus.
No, because I mean it's not anything really athletic. It's kind of like fine motor. Protects a hand fit. I don't really see anything that would apply in this particular case.
Okay, so presence security, you said?
Reason security.
Reason security. That is 12. Here we go. Oh, I fell miserably. Did I
Well,
just
not
press the
miserably.
alarm button?
No.
No.
That would have been if you had rolled a 20. Yeah, I don't think you get enough tactile feedback in your tail. I mean, you can tell there's a control panel out there, but you don't really like without being able to see the screen, you don't really figure anything out.
I've got
Go on.
security systems as a focus. I'm just wondering if there's any like assist or anything I can provide here.
Not for him feeling around, but when the time comes to actually try and interact with that thing, I feel like you could probably either take the lead or assist somebody else.
I've been holding off on trying to escape because I'm just one guy and a couple of freaks at the minute.
And there's no. Is there any panel in here?
No.
Like, well, even like a bulkhead, kind of.
You're in a jail cell.
Yeah.
So
I know.
smooth walls. There's a toilet, a space toilet in the corner, because of course not everybody has the same junk. So it's kind of it's a universal input waste collector.
Universally disgusting.
Yes.
Are you describing a bucket right now?
I guess I am.
So is the panel is not within reach, correct?
That's within reach.
It's within reach?
Yeah.
What is the obstacle towards interacting with it?
Oh, within reach of your arms or within reach of Leo's tail?
Arms.
Probably not. It'd be a poor jailer that would leave
Well,
the
I mean,
keypad to
okay.
the cell within an arm's reach of the door.
So okay, so avenues we can poke around and explore would be try to get some reach and figure out that panel. There's no way to unscrew any sort of thing from in here. The other way would be to like wait until one of those guys comes in and try to do some kind of social feint deception, switcheroo sort of deal.
Or I could use my new focus,
What is it?
provocation.
Yeah, there could be. Yeah, you could do that. The only other way would be like to maybe try to poke that panel with your hairpin, right?
Yeah.
And that would be what? Control engineering?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, if you could let me borrow the hairpin, I could try control engineering, and I want to say decryption would maybe help here, maybe?
Not without being able to see the screen, I think.
Oh, so wait, when you say is it because it is dark or is it because it's facing away from us?
Because it's facing away from you.
Do we have anything reflective on us?
I'll look around the room.
Don't you all have like shiny pins on your collars?
Oh shit! No, they would have taken the comm badges.
How reflective can we polish the bucket?
If one of you wants to sacrifice your uniform shirt, no, the bucket is beyond any hope of redemption.
Why do you want the magic bucket? The bucket that carries lava.
Shit.
Why would we not want the magic bucket?
Yeah, that came back to haunt me. Okay, we're just going to bounce right over to 3 Nausicaans walking up to the door. I would say none of them look familiar, but all Nausicaans look alike.
Racist.
Yeah, so one of them kind of stands forward and looks back and forth. Vulcan
Yeah.
looks at you. Other Vulcan.
Who, me?
Are you Tesora?
Yes.
I'm her commanding officer. You should be talking to me.
Doesn't even give you a second look.
Leo
Nods.
starts to stand up.
The one Nausicaa nods. The other two like pull out their disruptor pistols, and one of them, tags for the door to open. She's like, Tesora will come with me.
She's my commanding officer, though. She gets really mad when I disobey an order.
I do.
The Cardassian is your captain?
Indeed.
Yes.
You may come as well.
I'll raise an eyebrow and kind of nod and look at the. I'm going to look back at the other two and like quickly mouth like, figure a way out of here.
Could I
Yeah,
assist?
actually, Colin, I would like to ask you a couple of questions about these guys.
Okay.
Do they have like knives tucked in their belt behind their back or anything like that?
No, they have pistols.
Is one of them by the cage where I was playing?
They're both by the door to the cell. Well, all 3 of them, but both of them carrying weapons are by the door to the cell.
And how far are we away from them?
I mean, anywhere between actually probably 3 or 4, but like the back wall of the cell is maybe 10 feet from the door.
Okay.
So anywhere in that range. Go ahead.
It's just that before they came, I wanted to be just by the door so that when this kind of happened, I had something to do, but we're too far away.
Steal something with your tail.
Yes, they're too far away. I don't have a 25-foot tail.
But you're a maximum of 10 feet away. But you still don't have a 10-foot tail.
Can I like
I mean, you could stand up and walk towards them and try to pickpocket them with your tail or something. I mean, you can close that distance. You just might get shot.
Can I walk? Sorry. Can I
go ahead.
walk towards the guy that's in front of the 2 guys on the other side, with my hands over my over my shoulders, like pointing upwards, like I don't mean any trouble, but my tail is loose. So my intention is to say like I like to see we could work things out. I can help you too. But as soon as I get close enough, I want to like hold them, claws on the neck, and just use them like a shield in case they try to shoot me.
I think the minute you start walking forward, they're both going to point their pistols at you.
Yeah, like I will like just say, gentlemen, we are officers of this Starfleet. We can give you any ransom you require as long as we are civilized.
All
And,
right.
like try to
For
move.
deception, we're gonna roll presence command against.
No, that's horrible for me.
Well, against their insight security.
Could it be daring since I'm
No,
daring
because you're
do
trying to
this
bluff
while
them.
wounded? Gonna die. That would be
Their insight
insights.
isn't great.
No, presence security. You said
Presence command.
presence command. That's just an 8.
Ooh.
Ugh.
I'll use the momentum if you guys allow me.
Did you what? Oh,
Well, it takes a value to re-roll, not a momentum.
wait, no, didn't you
That's,
roll?
that's their roll.
Oh,
That's their roll.
Ooh.
No, but like, can I roll with a momentum? Maybe I can do
I
this.
mean-
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for
You
it.
only have the one.
Okay. I think a critical? No, wait, I don't have a focus.
Yeah, you need to focus.
You got
So you
two,
get-
though.
You get 2?
Yes. No, wait, that's an 8.
Oh, never mind.
No.
So yeah,
So,
you get one
if-
and they
if
get
I had a
one. That's
focus-
a tie, rather, a pause. Jesus.
Hand-to-hand combat would not be since I'm trying to like use him as a shield, right?
This was
Are you in?
the role was specifically to try and bluff them that like you're not a threat, and I feel like you fail that, and you can tell from their body language that you failed that. So you can try and make the lunge, but they're going to be on alert, and I don't think it would end well for you if you failed.
What would be the role?
Um,
What if I blindsided one of
Yeah, they're kind of focused in on him right now.
them? Yeah,
What's the
Yeah,
cover?
and-
like
So-
that is totally a thing that I do. I am actually going to like compel myself to do this with no real plan and or fly by the seat of my pants. And yeah, I'm gonna fucking tackle one.
Wait,
kind of like to. Are they on the other side of the bars?
No, they opened the door.
well, yeah, they're on the other side of the open door.
Hmm.
what was the
okay.
complication that they rolled? Because they rolled a 20, right?
They did roll a 20. So I think the complication is going to be he's up to something. No, that's not quite right.
Alert to the cat.
Keep an eye on the because that's still like what
It should be disadvantageous for them, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
not for us.
Okay. What if
Blind focus.
Focus on the kitty cat.
That's still like because if you try something that could be bad
But
for
it doesn't
you.
work.
Distracted.
Yeah, I think it's just distracted.
Okay.
Okay, so this isn't quite going the way I expected. Let's do
I mean, I was gonna go with them, but these guys had other plans.
well, you can still pickpocket, right? You don't necessarily have to smack them.
well,
Yes.
that's exactly what the lieutenant is doing.
Yeah,
Is-
but you can pickpocket them while there's the kerfuffle is happening.
Yeah, so I think it's fitness security. Focus on brawler works. Normally a hand-to-hand combat attack is difficulty 2, I think. But since they have guns drawn and are on alert for exactly this, the difficulty would be 1 higher, but then you have the but then they also have distracted, so I'm gonna just make it a flat 2.
Okay. So this is 11 or 15-4.
That's weird.
Hey, 3. We get a momentum.
You
McCullen, use tackle attack.
Yeah. So what's
Super.
your unarmed damage? 6? 4? 5? Go ahead and roll 5d6. One,
Ooh.
2, 3, 4. They reduce one of that, so you do 3 damage. You have 2 effects, so you can knock one of them down.
I do that.
Okay, it's their turn because you do not have enough momentum to retain the initiative. And I think he's going to shoot you.
Am I not still the focus one?
Oh, that was
Not once somebody
the
tackles
big-
the other
aren't I
one.
grappling with a dude rolling on the ground with him?
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
multiple of them.
Yeah, so he's going to shoot at you, who is attacking his
His
fellow
buddy.
jailer.
Okay. I was just thinking, like,
1,
does
2,
that give
3.
me
That's
any advantage for him shooting into a combat?
it. Makes it more difficult for him to shoot if he was worried about hitting his friend.
Oh.
So he gets 3, which is the +1 or the exact difficulty that he needed. So he will hit. Let's see here. Disruptor pistol, 5 damage. That's including and vicious 1. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. You take a whole 3 stress.
Yay.
Why does it say you only have 3 stress? That doesn't seem right.
Because you said that our damage from the grenade was reduced, right?
Yeah, but I mean total.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you just put it in there. I have no idea how.
What number was in there before you overrode it?
Nothing. There was no number in there, period.
Okay.
How do you figure out how much stress you got?
It's fitness. I think it's exactly equal to your fitness, I think.
No.
No?
Mine's
It's
at
got to be fitness
15.
and something else because I have 13.
Yeah, I have
Then
13
what is
also.
fitness plus security?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what it'd be for mine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've got 15.
How do I have 13?
Okay. Your guy's turn.
I want to use my secret Vulcan knockout move.
To step up and nerve pinch him? Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, Cav.
Guy who just shot. What do I need to do?
That would be your control attribute
Yep.
plus your security discipline. Your
Yep.
focus in martial arts would apply.
Yep.
So, you would roll 2 dice. So if you
How
just
do you roll?
if you
more than
just
one?
grab the
Whoops.
10
Right click. It adds 1 die
Or if-
after
yeah.
you right click.
Oh, okay.
so
2d20.
2d20, correct. And you need a 10, 15 15 double success on a 5. You got 2 successes, which is exactly what you needed. So now you roll damage, which is 6d6, and 5s and 6s count as an extra 1.
How do you roll 6?
Close enough. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has resistance 1, so one of those doesn't get through, but 5 is enough damage to cause an injury. And I'm not spending threat to avoid an injury for a mook. So yeah, you reach up and like knock his pistol up, pinch him kind of low and behind the neck, and he just drops.
Yacha! You learn that in school as a Vulcan.
Their turn.
Well, we went
Uh,
to very different schools.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Eurocentaurus.
Well, there's one guy left, right? There's 3 of them.
There
Or
are
just
3
2?
of them. So the leader is next. I think the leader is going to try and grab Tesora in a grapple and hold the gun to her head.
Value. I have protect the crew. Anywhere I could help on that or assist Tesora?
No, it's not your turn.
Oh, sorry. I
It's okay.
thought I could.
So that's going to be control security, which is 14. Focus on intimidation, I'm going to say will kind of work here. Nah. Oh, paranoia, though. I can't believe that actually came into play. I will spend an extra thing to roll 3 dice, because I'm that evil. And non-lethal, which doesn't matter. Okay, so I think this is actually opposed, Tara, by your control.
Wait, wasn't he grabbing Tesora?
No, I'm sorry. He's kept pulling. Did I say Tesora?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely the captain,
Ah.
who has just identified herself as such.
Okay.
Right.
So this is. I'm gonna burn that. Momentum.
I
Or would this
take
be?
I take it back. I take it back because we're just. I'm just gonna do it as an attack.
Okay.
Oh Jesus
Ha.
Christ! I suppose it was my turn to roll all the 20s ever.
Yeah.
So what is that? 1 and 2. So that is enough to deal the damage, but instead of dealing the damage, I'm just gonna. Oh. So I just put the attribute to the scene, gun to her head.
Oh.
So I guess I'm gonna roll the damage for the unarmed strike too, just because I did run it as an attack. 1, 2, 1, 2. Take a whole 2 stress, Tara,
Okay.
and you now have a gun to your head.
Okay.
Your side's turn.
Can the he did roll a complication. Can
Yeah,
the
he did.
complication be
Oh.
that maybe he dropped an item that will maybe help them get out of the cell? Oh well, I guess at this point we've initiated a pretty intense combat.
I
don't
mean,
know.
we've taken down one of their guys, and the other one is on the ground wrestling.
So yeah, is it your turn? Wait, who
It's
on
your
our side has
turn
not
or
gone?
my turn?
Okay,
And
you
here's
have
what
a
I'm
gun
gonna
to
do.
your
I'm
head.
gonna give you 2 momentum instead of throwing another complication on the scene.
Okay, sure. Well, do you want to take the turn, or do you want me to take the turn?
I will take the turn, and I want to create an advantage for my team using provocation to piss this guy off, and all his attention is on me.
Just so we're clear, you're gonna roll a provocation against the Nausicaan with a gun to your head.
I mean,
Badass.
That one's the captain alive.
yeah, though. I mean, I'm trying to get him like distracted. He's
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think on 1 complication you're gonna get pistol whipped, and on 2 or more you're gonna get shot.
okay.
But otherwise, I think that's a lovely idea.
All right, so I'm just gonna do this. What's my difficulty? Just 2 to create the advantage, just like normal.
3 because there's a gun to your head.
Okay, so I'm gonna burn one of our things, And what would this be? I assume presence command.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so
Maybe-
this is
maybe-
a 15-5, and I need 3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. So there's one back, and he is attention on the captain.
So what do you say?
Really, a Nausicaan that is 3 armed Nausicaans not able to take out a malnourished Vulcan and unarmed Starfleet officers. What kind of warrior are you? This is a disgrace.
Okay. There are no more Nausicaans. No, there is still one more Nausicaan.
No, there's one's knocked out, one's
Wrestling.
wrestling, and one's got a gun to the head.
Correct.
But
The one that has the gun to the
Sora-
head and the one that is knocked out both had actions.
They took them to put the gun to the head.
The one that's being wrestled on the
wrestling.
ground did not take an action.
Okay. Sorry, I did not. I thought he went. Sorry.
But do they go again before the Sora goes?
No. He hasn't gone yet. The one on the ground wrestling has not gone yet.
Oh.
All right, so fitness, security is a whopping 10. That's not enough. Your guys' turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to use the nerve pinch on the guy who has the gun to Captain's head.
Okay, gun to her head and attention on the captain, I think, are going to cancel each
So-
other out. So, difficulty 2.
I mean, feel free to use that momentum.
Yeah, I will.
And you're probably going to use your science for that.
Yes.
All right, control, or no, I'm sorry, is it fitness science? I think melee combat's fitness, so fitness science is 13. Doesn't look like there's a focus.
No, there isn't.
Decryption, you're decrypting his neural pathways now. So 13 double success on a 1.
Okay.
And you need
here
2.
we go. All right, so I'm gonna roll 3 dice. Yeah. Oh, baby!
Wow. All right, that's 3.
Yeah, so after I see the other Vulcan like pull off some crazy martial arts stuff, I say, "Yes, see, I can do that too. Just hold still, you stupid!" And I'm doing it very awkwardly.
Yeah. So roll 1 plus your science, which is 5.
All right, 5 damage, 5 dice.
Yeah.
2 effects.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. It's only 4 damage, which isn't enough to put him down, but you can knock him down.
Couldn't
knock him
couldn't
down?
we spend a momentum
Or
to
do I
up
have to
that
do that
damage?
before I
You
roll
would have had to do
damage?
that before you rolled.
Ugh.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a way to make it up 1 after the fact, or is that just on starships?
Let me bring up that reference doc real quick.
Bonus 1 damage, cost 1 R, combat momentum spend. What is 1 R?
Repeatable.
Oh, but
Meaning you can
Oh.
spend more than 1 momentum on it.
oh, okay. Well, it's just bonus 1 damage. A character
Oh.
can increase the damage inflicted. Each
Yeah, no,
attack
that's...
adds 1 damage, not 1 damage die. Am I reading that wrong?
But one
Or is damage?
one
is a
damage
die?
would be like the number that you would roll.
Okay. Can I
You can
use
reroll
momentum?
damage. Avoid injury
I can
secondary
reroll
to-
damage.
Yeah.
What the player may reroll any number of CD from the current attack.
Do
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll
Oh,
spend
it's
1
just the
momentum.
3.
And which one should I re-roll?
It's just the 3
Yeah, just the 3.
because
Oh,
everything
okay,
else
so-
is helping you.
Okay, then I will re-roll 3 dice.
No, no,
No,
just,
no, just
one,
Oh,
one
okay.
dice.
Let me
Just
re-roll
one
one
die.
independent die again. Ignore that roll, even though it was a pretty good roll.
All right, that's enough. You do 5,
Nice.
and she drops.
All right.
So there's just the one wrestling on the ground. So
There's-
it's top of the initiative.
Yeah. You guys go first.
I would like to get this guy in like a chokehold and start choking him out.
Yeah. All right. So fitness, security, focus on brawler.
So I'm gonna do that. God damn
Oh
it.
no. That's not enough.
No.
You could always burn one of your values if you would like, or your determination for that reroll.
Yeah, I honestly don't have anything that works real well right now.
Okay.
All right. So what's the complication then? That Nausicaan has you in an arm lock.
Okay.
And obviously that Nausicaa's gonna go because it's the only one still conscious. I think we're just still in regular melee territory, so fitness is 8, security is 2, so we're 10-2. Oh, hey, there's 2. And damage is 3. Woo! Take 1 more stress. These guys are obviously better in groups.
Uh,
Yeah.
Ev, I believe it's time to pick up one of those phasers and shoot this asshole.
Yeah, I'll like to shoot the guy in the back as he's arm locking him.
Yeah, difficulty's 3, and it's a disruptor. So, yeah, just go ahead and roll. Leo, control security is 16. Hand phasers, I'll still give this to you, even though it's a disruptor. So, double success on a 5.
How many successes do I need?
3 because you're firing into a melee.
I'll use some momentum.
You will use the momentum. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that is
Damn.
6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So 3 back.
So he picks up the disruptor, shoots the guy at the back, tosses it to the ground, and says, "They're all the same." Meaning to the guns as he goes to pick up and help the lieutenant.
I will grab the disruptor and put it back in his hand. And like look at
Let's
him like
roll
he's
damage
insane.
first, just to make sure
Oh,
that
okay.
you actually take him out.
Yeah.
That said, you are going to roll 8 dice, Ev.
6, 7, 8.
What are these? Vicious 1, probably?
1,
Yes.
2,
1, 2, 3,
4,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is plenty. Yeah, so the villain goes down.
Now that happens, I
Now,
put the
yes.
disruptor back in his hand like he's a crazy person.
I'm about to help him up with both hands. That's why. Or I can put it on my belt. Sorry.
You also have a prehensile tail that could potentially hold the phaser.
Oh yeah, I'll hold the phaser with the tail and help Connor up with my hands. I forgot I had the tail.
Wow, that's so cool.
Thank you. I had that covered. You know I had that covered.
You did well, Lieutenant. You did pretty well.
Well, that wasn't at all how I was expecting this to happen, but it works. I will pick up pick up the other 2 disruptors and look at the group, and I know Tesora cannot use one of
There's
these to save her life.
Only one other disruptor.
Oh, then that's mine, bitch.
Oh no, I'm sorry. There are 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can count, just not all the way to 3, apparently.
Who can use one of these?
I'll raise my hand.
Toss it. Well, it looks like we have an early parole, gentlemen. I look at the three.
I'm
Uh,
rubbing
many
my
thanks.
shoulder.
He nods at the pun, but does not chuckle or gesture. He is having a hard time trying to get everybody, well, himself and Connor up.
If we could drag these.
You cut out.
Yep.
Dara?
I think she lost connection.
I'm still here. Can you
Okay.
not hear me?
Yeah,
Can
you
now.
cut
Now
out
we can.
that statement.
Oh, we're just down to apparently one bar of Oh, there it goes. I was just had a lot of ping right there for a sec. Why don't we grab these three and put them in their lovely jail cell? I'll also search them to see if there's anything else useful.
Wouldn't it just be 2 at this point?
Yeah, one's pretty much dead.
Yeah, no, one of them has been disintegrated.
Okay. I'll
Cool.
search the other two. What do they got on them? Com badges?
One of them, the leader does, we'll say. Otherwise, probably not much.
Okay, but they got our com badges.
No,
No,
they have their own com badge.
So we're
communicator.
using theirs.
Yeah,
Fine.
I can listen. Well, shall we then? Do the other two get up?
The Uridian does. The Endorian does not.
Would you help him? I asked the Iridian.
The Uridian nods and tries to, pull the Endorian up by his arm. The Endorian kind of, like shakes his arm off and curls up into a ball in the corner.
His prerogative.
They really do a number on their prisoners.
They're Nazicans. Well, I believe we should try to find our shuttle and get off this thing. How many men were out there when you tried to assault them head on there, McCullen?
I counted like 12.
So we can
13.
assume at least 10 more on this ship, if not, but that is a low ball estimate. I look down the
holding
hallway.
Something of great value on the ship.
Oh,
Several things I've heard them talking about. Stuff they've got hidden away.
such
think
as?
I didn't catch all of it, but I think Starfleet would be very interested in most of it. Just before they brought you up, they were bragging about maybe getting more Starfleet goodies.
Are we taking over the ship? Let's take over the ship.
I think we're taking over the ship.
Yep.
What
Should
kind
we
of
get Vivek to assist us now that we get communications back?
If we could get a signal out, that would.
Oh,
we
we
can-
have to get a signal out.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can take over the ship ourselves, but if we can get the Percival over here to help, that would certainly make things a lot easier. I'm
Oh.
not even sure our shuttle will be good to fly.
We will see.
Okay, and with that, I think you guys leave through the brig. I
Sure.
assume you lock them behind you.
Yep.
Correct.
Can we take a quick $5? I could use some liquid.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, we'll be back in, we'll call it 5 minutes. This is Star Trek Adventures on Kobold Cafe.
Yay.
Intermission. And we are back. And we are going to switch over to Commander Vivek on the. Oh, why did I just close those? I'm just gonna have to pull them back up in a second. Oh well. Commander Vivek on the bridge of the Percival. So after the first 2 tries, your proposals for acting captain, executive officer Van Gardener's training simulations, he finally gives you the green light. And so for the last like 6-ish hours or however long, you like the whole ship has just been running ragged, drill after drill after drill. Every time somebody finally thinks they get a chance to go to sleep, like, oh hey, here's another alarm. You notice about partway through this most recent drill that you were supposed to meet the captain's shuttle about an hour ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And nobody's really had time to notice.
Yeah. I was like, okay, hold on. I'm going up to the I'm going up to Van Gardner and be like, hey, the captain's like an hour late. Have you ever heard anything?
We haven't heard anything, but it's not overly concerning. There is a large nebula in the area, and it's only an hour. It's not unusual for somebody on this ship to be an hour late to something.
Yeah, the captain's more
Insanely
punctual. Yeah, the captain's anal about that.
The captain may keep up appearances, but I think you and I both know that she might be a little lax in her follow through in certain things.
I smell a demotion.
Yeah. All right. Is there a way to hail them? I mean,
Yeah, I mean there's a crewman on the communications station.
yeah. It's like, well, call me paranoid then. I'll just so ask him to hey.
No, we're not going to annoy the captain just because she's running a little late. She's just going to think that we're a bunch of old women. We're going to keep running our drills, and we're going to get this ship in the tip-top shape before she gets back on board.
I'm going to ask you nicely. Let me just look for the captain.
You are not going to do anything that is going to interrupt these very important drills, Commander. Need I remind you who the acting captain is right now?
Nope, don't need to remind me.
Oh, Vanguard, you're such a tool.
Good. Well then,
okay.
Why don't you go and oversee an engineering warp core breach drill? And I want to get your repair time down to 10% below minimum Federation time.
Mm-hmm.
Dismissed?
Yes, Chief. All right, I'm gonna go.
Look for the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could always just disobey orders and just send out a thing in engineering.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So what's your plan?
Maybe as part of my drill, I could send out a mock distress signal that's actually a real message.
Okay.
And I think the captain first, but see what I hear back from.
Well, why don't we do to do it surreptitiously?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll call it daring science. Focus on computers or security systems. Between the two, you've got it. Difficulty is going to be 3 because you're trying to disguise it. So 13 double success on a 3 or better, and you need 3 successes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna add a momentum.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, 3 successes.
You get no response in your communication.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise!
Yeah. I wonder if they've been kidnapped.
All right, what's your next plan?
All right, next plan is to call in a little favor with some old friends and
Yeah, actually, I'm going to stop
get
you
him
right
told.
there.
Mhm.
And I know this isn't your thing,
Mhm.
but there are stakes here. So I'm
Yeah.
going to have you roll presence command,
Mhm.
and the stakes will be diminished for every success that you get.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use anything for a friend for a for the one.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Yeah. And then what's the it's no difficult. What it's presence command.
Presence command, which is
Yeah, not my
8,
best.
1.
Yeah. So I'll throw an extra momentum in there. Just
Okay.
see what happens. Nope.
So you
But
got
I gets 2.
2 successes. That's not terrible.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna cut there and kind of leave that
Mhm.
hanging,
Mhm.
and then we'll go back to the crew on board the Nausicaan ship. So you guys kind of, sneak through the ship a little bit. What are you looking for specifically? What's the plan? Let me ask you that. Except for Lieutenant Connor, who has no plan.
I
Yeah.
think we need to get to either someplace where we can get a map of the ship or someplace where we can get a signal out, and ideally maybe that's the same place.
I mean, we're gonna have to wander blindly for a little bit, but we're doing basic security covering maneuvers.
Could we also?
Hey, actually, infiltration. Can I finally use this?
What
I
are
have
you
this
infiltrating?
focus. The ship.
You're already on board the ship.
I isn't infiltration also covering like sneakily moving about behind enemy lines?
Yeah.
Is that really what that means?
I think
would
it's more.
think so.
It's more of a
'Cause
social thing. I think.
infiltration.
The act of
darn it.
entering or gaining access to an organization or place surreptitiously.
Military, a method of attack in which small bodies of soldiers or individual soldiers penetrate the enemy's line at weak or unguarded points in order to assemble behind the enemy position and attack it from the rear.
Yeah.
We could
Yeah, you're already
infiltrate
in.
the bridge then and just take
Yeah.
over.
You could potentially use infiltration in a specific room or area of the ship, but you are already on board the ship, so you cannot infiltrate the ship itself.
Okay. I was just wondering if this would be a time when I could actually finally use that focus. Cool. All right then. If that's
So who's got the highest con? Probably Connor. Oh God.
5.
Did I
have con.
really
I have
just
con
figure
4.
that out?
Yeah, I laughed at that earlier.
Our new
What
con
was it?
officer's first name is Connor. Really?
What would be the attribute, I should say?
Reason con to try and determine which direction the bridge would be.
Then I would be better at that because I have 10 reason and 4 con.
Then yes, you would be better at that.
Okay.
Lieutenant Connor could assist you,
Yeah,
as
sure.
could
That'd be
anybody
great.
else if they wanted. Although remember, with every assist, the complication range expands.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okie
So
doke.
this is a 12.
Okay, cool. I will roll. What is the difficulty? Sorry.
Just 2. Well, it's a weird design of a ship. We'll make it a 3.
Okay. Then, because I don't think I have a focus on this. So, I wonder if I should use that last momentum because we'd each have to roll a success. Do you have a focus on this, Connor?
No.
Okay, I'm going to use the momentum then, because otherwise we're just hoping for a total,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
royal flush here. Okay, 3 dice going in. Oh, brother. Oh,
Oh,
no!
there's
and a
that complication. Here's the complication. Instead of throwing the complication out there, where you would really expect in any what's the line from this the new Star Trek movie? If there's any sense at all in the design of that ship, I'm putting you into an empty cargo area, and it's not an empty cargo area.
Oh,
If
okay.
there's any sense to the design of this ship, where you are going should be the bridge. But when it pops open, you're actually like on the ground floor of a 2-story fighting pit, like complete with sand on the ground.
I think we're
Oh my
lost.
god.
This is highly illogical.
What else is in that fighting pit?
We'll say there's one Nausicaan standing with like a giant sword in the middle of the fighting pit, and then all around the edges, watching are other Nausicaans who start cheering.
Shit.
Should we just like walk out into the main event of the Colosseum?
Yeah, that's certainly what it feels like.
So
Great.
stop and ask for directions.
Do you really say that?
Yes.
I walk up to that Nausicaan like, hey, where's the bridge? And then I shoot him with my disruptor.
Yes. So you can expect most of the, 20 plus Nausicaans that are watching to probably be armed. Are you sure you want to just shoot this guy?
Can I charge a disruptor so that I can hit the audience while he does that?
I'm a brawler. Screw it. I'll drop the disruptor and just go up to him.
What are you doing?
He has his sword!
He's like, I do not want you, human. I want the Vulcan.
I'll stand aside and... You heard the man.
He raises
It
his
was
sword,
still-
and for a second it
Oh,
looks like
great.
he's going to point it at Kav, but he gestures to Sora, and he's like, stand before me and face justice for the murder of my father.
What?
You're a Vulcan.
You're his son.
I am. Where's my mother? Did you murder her too?
I've never met your mother.
She was about to go and fetch you.
Oh, then maybe I did.
Uh-oh.
Unless
1 in 3
she's
chance.
the one I knocked out instead of the one that my friend here shot. But
He like roars for a second, and the crowd goes wild again. He's like, I will spare your friends if you fight me in honorable combat.
how does that work? Do I get a big sword like that one, or is it just you're just gonna catch these hands and just
He like sweeps his arm behind him, and there's a rack of weapons.
Can could could Leo take her place if she has no way of fighting at all?
Oh, I think they're pretty dead set on this course of action.
The crowd has all gone quiet as like they're waiting for the response.
And I have a question. Does he look familiar?
I mean, all Nausicaans look alike.
Racist.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
no,
like,
he is absolutely Koth's son.
but did I see him
Yes.
in his memories?
Yes. This son was definitely, at
Okay.
least by Vulcan or human standards, mistreated.
Yeah.
Growing up, in order to make him strong.
Okay. I am going to mosey over to the weapons, cache, and while I'm there, I'm gonna say, who was your father?
Who's your daddy?
My father was Koth, leader of this band. It is my destiny to take his place, but to do that, I have to kill you. And everybody cheers again.
So if you kill him, does it make it your band?
I am going to I wonder if I should I feel like I'm gonna need a determination to get through this, and I don't have any at the moment. So I wonder if I should trigger something now. If I should compel a value. Oh, what weapon did his father favor?
Oh, you bastard! That's mean. You see it almost right away because it like kind of sits horizontally on the top, and it's it's a club with like 3-inch spikes, thin spikes at the end.
I am going to pick that one, and I'm gonna. Can that count as a compel, like as a? Because I can't use that thing unless
Yeah,
there are
which value are you compelling though?
either I'm having second thoughts
No, you know what? This
or
is when you can't make a scratch make an itch.
no. Remember,
Oh, you had to change
I
that.
overwrote that. I changed it. I did change it to when
Never
you
let them
can't
see
make
your
a
fear.
scratch. Never. Okay. Never let them see your fear. Right. Then I guess I'll pick this one. And what's his reaction when I choose that weapon?
I don't think you notice like an external reaction, but the crowd definitely like there's a oh.
What? Why are they? Okay, I want to say that maybe this choice was almost subconscious. Like
Yeah.
she is extremely afraid. Like normally she would look at this array of weapons and like try to pick like maybe there's something I can engineer or finagle or like but she's so stressed out that she doesn't even have like time to make like a tactical decision. She's just like, oh, I guess I'll take this one, and like just chooses what her subconscious says, and she turns and asks him, what why are they all owing? Is it a thing?
You chose my father's weapon. All the better to defeat you while holding it. He looks more determined now.
Wow. I'm gonna say shoot. Okay, I'm gonna look around and I say how does this go? When does this start? I mean you're in charge here.
Okay, so
you
before
sort of got us up against the wall.
before he charges haphazardly at Tesora, what is everybody else doing?
Yeah, I was about to say, my goal was to piss him off in a way to make him off balance, and then before actually tell these two our new guys in the Vulcan to figure out a way to get a distress signal out, and I'll keep an eye on Tesora.
Okay, so after all of that, the captain and Tesora are in the fighting pit, and everybody else just slips right back out the door.
I think so. Yes.
Awesome.
I think that was before but before the whole thing, while she had them pretty much distracted, I was like,
Yeah.
get a distress signal out.
Yeah, no, I think this is great. Kav, who are you going with?
I'll go with the guys trying to get the distress signal out.
Okay.
If there's an option to walk out of this fighting pit.
No,
I'd
there is
take that.
absolutely, like, the door is still open behind you.
Yeah. Oops. Back out slowly at first.
Okay. I want this battle to go pretty cinematically. So, Terra, why don't you roll for your advantage now, and then I'm just gonna go back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah, basically, I just want to like say some scathing, underhanded remarks during that whole conversation they had back and forth, and just be like to get him off center. Is it just a 2?
Difficulty 2 to actually, I'm going to use this last threat chit. Difficulty is 3. I
am poking. Universe does not need to like you for an automatic 2.
Okay.
Or automatic 1.
And then, I mean, Presence Command. Oh, I didn't realize you had 2 5s in your discipline. I'll have to have you change that at some point. Okay.
No, I bought it.
Yeah. The max you can have is 1 at 5.
Oh, okay.
But we'll deal with that later.
Okay.
So Presence Command, Provocation works. What are you saying? Well, roll and then we'll see what we're saying.
That is a total of 4.
4. So you get 1 momentum back. And so what are you saying?
Like, I'm not really saying any one particular thing. I'm just making little underhanded remarks during the whole little conversation. Like, I will get our clan together, and it's like some clan, or things just like enough that he can hear it.
Nah, it's got to be bigger.
It's got to be bigger.
Yeah. Find that thread and pull it. All right. What aspect about the situation, about him, about
that he is not at all worthy for this? That Tesora was able to take out the father, who is clearly the better warrior, and how he has any kind of chance at this.
While you're shouting that, so you get a bit through that, and at some point Tesora turns back to you very aggressively and just says, "Shut up."
Okay.
Because she is not giving me the reaction. Like, I know what she's trying to do, and I appreciate it. Like, I'm like, thank you, that's enough. And I'm gonna look at the what's his name again?
Koth? Or the son? He hasn't said.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna ask, before I face you, can I know your name? Or actually, do I know
his name?
Do I know his
Yeah,
name?
you
Okay,
absolutely know
name?
his name from the mind meld.
Yeah.
Let's make up a good Nausicaan name. Anybody?
Kalath.
I'm okay with Kalath.
Kalath? Great.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Kalath. I say
It's like cloth, but with a K.
Kalath, I say. Does he react at all?
Yeah, no, he's definitely taken aback.
I say, do you know what a Vulcan is?
Besides a murderer?
Do you know what's special about us? What we can do?
Bleed green.
Well, yeah, suppose you've done some homework, but in case you don't know, one of the things that we can do is we can look into the minds of other people. We can share our memories, and we can look into the memories of others. And when I when your father was on my ship, I was able to look into the things that he had done. Do you understand me?
I understand. He looks um pensive. Not pensive. He's not super believing. Skeptical is the word I was looking for.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm gonna say. So, what's something simple I could cite? Like, I know about the blank. Like, I know about. I don't know. I'm trying to find a touchstone here. Any memories from him in his childhood?
Maybe like the first time that his father tried to teach him how to fight, he ended up cutting himself with a knife. It was like a source
Okay.
of great disappointment for his father.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, it hurt, didn't it? That time with the knife.
You're
He's-
just so
he's
mean to this
quiet.
guy.
But it wasn't the knife that hurt, was it? And I'm gonna say, like, if he's gonna try to attack me, I don't know if I'm gonna have to make a dodge here or what. Because I'm pushing my luck here without any rolls.
Yeah. So I think he is going to attack you because you're hitting on all of these things that, like, yeah, like his own insecurities, the fact that he's supposed to take over this group, but he's super young, you know? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so he's going to attack, but you don't have to roll a defense. You know, it's a straight up or down on his part.
Oof.
I take that back. Because the players go first unless there's a compelling reason not to.
Okay.
So let me give you the opportunity to hold your action until he tries to attack, and
Okay.
then I will let you roll. I think daring. Yes, we're gonna say because you're trying to dodge, not parry, right?
Daring security.
Daring security.
Either way, fitness or daring would be a 9. So, ooh.
So do you want to roll that preemptively?
Yeah, I might as well. I mean, does it really matter which order I do it in if I'm not trying to attack him this round?
No, if you're not trying to attack him, this will like preempt his attack. So like he will attack you and spend his turn, but you're just using your action to dodge or attempt to.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
2 dice. Unless I want to steal that momentum. Yeah, I might want that momentum before he fucking crosses me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 dice. Here we go, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh.
This may be a time for your determination.
Um,
I mean, I guess
how
it was
much did I
2.
need?
You needed 2.
2.
Does the 2 not give 2? I thought he
No, because
needed
I don't have
24.
I don't have a focus.
This is
Um,
definitely not Tesoria's area. Tesoria's.
Yeah, not at
Tesoria's
all.
area.
There's one last thing I could do.
What can you do?
I might be able to argue, since I am the commanding officer, that I get into the fight
I think not in the middle of his attack.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
okay.
not that quickly. I wonder. So I can use a determination to re-roll that, right? But I'm still gonna have to be re-rolling under. Okay, what happens if I get an injury?
Well, Ever doesn't save you. All right, let's see here.
Like, am I down and out, or can I still make other checks that don't involve fighting back?
I think when you get 5 in one go,
Which he can definitely do.
yeah, you can avoid an injury, but you don't have any momentum because you just spent it, and it would have been 2 anyway. Oh, the cost may be paid by suffering a complication instead.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Yeah, so you can suffer
So,
an injury-related complication.
I'm gonna keep my determination.
Okay.
So yeah, I goofed it. Okay, what does
All
he
right. So what's so well? I mean, so it's a sword, right? Oh, well, let's
Yeah, he's
let's
got to
actually
roll.
roll the attack. Yeah.
And I remember I did add the thing.
Yeah. So the difficulty is 3. So this is 11, but he's got a focus in melee combat.
Fuck me. Oh,
So that's exactly what he needed. Damage with the sword is 5. Vicious 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 damage?
Yeah, because the sword's
Ouch.
vicious 1. That is literally the most damage that could have been rolled on those 5 dice.
So
So you would have to
is that-
take. No, you still would only. Okay, so you would take the 10 stress.
Okay. Yeah, that's all my stress.
Okay. And you would take 2 injuries. One for filling up the stress and one for taking more than 5 in one go.
Okay. 2 injuries.
2 injuries,
Do
so
we
2
define
complications.
those or... Okay.
So yeah, we need 2 injury-related complications. Or actually, we're gonna do 1 because it was just 1 attack, but it's going to
Okay.
be double power.
Oh, okay.
So he swings the sword in a vicious, like, overhand slice downwards, and you try and step to the side.
Catches your leg.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with this guy entirely crippling me from the waist down.
Yeah, I think so. It does. It hits the back of your knee,
Okay.
and so you're bleeding a trail of green blood in the sand as you limp away from him. But it's a solid hit, and the
Yeah.
crowd goes crazy.
All right. Are you down? Did you just go?
No.
Can I still talk?
Yeah.
Okay. And I say, listen, it's obvious how this is gonna go. So before you kill me, I just need you to answer one question for me.
He looks much more at ease now that he's landed a blow. A little more sure of himself. So he walks over, holding the sword loosely on his side, and he's like, "What's your dying request?"
All right, Calath, listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I shot your father, I knew what I was doing. I knew the consequences. And after I had melted with him, when I pulled that trigger, what I know is that I genuinely hated him. I hated him, not the others who boarded us. But I don't know why. I don't know what he did, but I know that he knew what he did. And I know that deep down, he knew that he should have felt terrible about it. But for some reason, he didn't. Which makes him worse. But I know that he was guilty. And I turned to look at the captain. And I say, I know that he was guilty because I felt the guilt that he didn't allow himself to feel. And I know that if I were in that same situation again, I'd shoot him again. I know that if I hadn't killed him, I'd never be able to prove what he did. I'd never be able to find the evidence. But you know what he did. Tell me what he did.
Yeah, so let's make a insight command roll here.
Persuasion? Does she get an advantage from that?
I mean, this is a
Because of
verbal
the
attack,
mind meld.
basically.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a social attack, but I mean, you do have facts backing you up here. So yeah, make insight.
I mean, you
insight
could
command.
also, it could just be the too much to prove tap.
I mean, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to spend a determination.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect time to spend your determination.
And I'm gonna use what value am I gonna use here? I mean, I can still use never let them see your fear. Like I'm not afraid to die to find out this information.
Love it.
Okay, so I spend the determination for the automatic 1. I'm gonna roll 2 dice against what? Presence command?
Insight command.
So fuck me. Okay. Actually, no, that's better. Insight command. So one of those is a success. So
that's
1
3.
plus my 3. Yeah, so 3 total. Plus, if there's a complication, it reduces the difficulty, maybe?
In this, yeah, too much to prove would definitely, would definitely fit. I didn't have a specific difficulty in mind, mostly because I wanted to just see how well this went.
Yeah.
I think this goes pretty well. Here's the problem, though, is like his position is at risk, right? Like,
Right.
one of these guys is going to tear him apart if he doesn't prove that he has what it takes to lead this group. But you're also not wrong. And he knows it. His mom's not there.
Right.
You know, okay.
Wait. I have an idea.
Okay.
Maybe this is the perfect. Oh, sorry.
I turn to him and I say, I'm sorry you never got a chance to say goodbye. And I reach out my hand and I say, I can give you the closest thing.
Are you gonna mind roll this guy? Okay.
I think he's too intrigued not to, right?
Right?
He'll let you touch him. I think like the whole arena goes quiet for a second.
Okay. What is this roll?
I don't think there's a roll.
Okay.
Like you're literally, I mean, this is like when Picard let Spock mind weld with him so that he could feel how his father felt. Like this is this is a slightly more combative version of that. I think you show him his father. Who
And
his
how does
father
he feel?
really was.
Yeah. Okay.
God, what is he? Because he doesn't want to die.
Here, yeah. Wait, what?
If he doesn't kill you, then somebody is going to kill him and take his place. Like, this is supposed to be an honor duel to cement his, like, I mean, you get all of this with the mind meld, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So his father is killed, right? On a mission.
Right.
He finds out through public Starfleet records, hey, this is the officer that was tried for that murder.
Right.
So his mother kind of, like, set up this honor duel.
Okay.
Where like if he is able to kill you in order to avenge his father, then his place as the new leader of this band of mercenaries and pirates is cemented. But if not, there is somebody else who will challenge him for his position and kill him for it. So
Unless I do it first.
So he's between a rock and a hard place.
Are we done with the mind meld, or are we in it right now?
I mean, if you have any other questions, go ahead and ask. Otherwise,
yeah, I wanna kind of know where we go. So we meld and we go to the only parts I know of his father, which is when he attacked us on that ship, right? Oh no, he gets all the things I got from the mind meld. So I'm curious. Oh, you know where I want to go? Is the guy who's going to challenge him, has he ever faced his father?
No, they were all too afraid of him.
Okay. Well, in any case, then I will. I mean, I'll let him know where I'll let him go where he wants to go, given that it's a limited overlap between what he's getting it all secondhand. But so maybe we come out of it, but what I want to show him is, because he's going to get something from me. Yeah. So where I want to focus in on is, again, those transporter moments. And he can get them from both sides. He can get all of my transporter moments from the Dominion War, and he can get all of his dad's transporter moments from the piracy, right? And when we come out of it, I want to know, like, what did he do? Or actually, did he know? Did he know when he was watching his? He did not know.
He did not know.
So we're flashing through these transporter moments to Sora hitting the energize button, 1,000 times during the Dominion War.
Yeah.
We're also shooting through all of Koth's transporter moments.
Yes.
And as we are both there together, sorting it out, we start to sort these out, and we see that every time Koth is pressing that transporter button, there is a warning on that screen.
Oh yeah.
And the warning on that screen says, warning, warning, do not engage this transporter, no destination set, victims will be vaporized. And it's Koth hitting that button, right?
Over and over and over again.
And me
Hundreds
saving
of times.
people with, right? Yeah. So we come out of that moment now, having both looked at that record, and I say, so I say to him, I know if you don't kill me, you've got a fight on your hands, but you've got a chance to change things. And I know that if you're as strong as he made you, you've got a chance.
Let's see how much of a chance he has. He got 1 success. That's not a lot. But he's going to make a good effort. And so he drops his sword and turns away from Tesora. And he shouts out, "My father was a cowardly murderer." He would trick his victims into thinking that they would be safe, and would then, use a teleporter to just make them disappear. My father was not honorable. He was not a strong warrior. He was a tiny, scared little man. Follow me, and I will be a stronger leader than he ever was. And there's some, and a couple of claps, but it really doesn't seem like most of them are won over.
Okay.
The captain with the disruptor rifle convinces any part of the.
Oh, I'm going to do something, but I think it might be time to flip over to the other scene of those guys running through the ship.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you guys do run. I mean, you have free reign of the ship pretty much, right? Everybody's watching the thing. Nobody even really kind of noticed that you left.
Okay. Is there like as we're piecing out through there, is there like a couple of lone guards or something? Anyone we can jump?
No. So you have free reign of the ship because everybody is watching this, has been assembled to watch Koth kill his father's murderer.
Oh, okay.
Would we? Sorry.
Would we?
Would we have been able to find out our comm badges so that we can hail the ship by now?
I mean, it's a big ship. You can go searching for it.
I mean,
What?
I think our best bet at this point is to find like the shuttle bay or something.
What do we need to roll for looking as a team?
Got any idea where they might?
You do?
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah, I
would have
think-
been dragged through this area on your way in, and you were conscious.
Yeah. All right, this way.
Excellent. We'll follow him.
Yeah. So you're kind of running down, a long corridor that runs probably the length of the ship, judging from the length. So, yeah. So you end up in this sort of large room that has very different decor than the rest. The rest is, sort of like that pale green paint on the walls and, sort of dim light. This one is better lit. There's like a chandelier hanging in the middle of the room and a large round bed with exotic animal skins draped over it, and even like one of those canopies strung above it, and lush carpets on the floor, and like all sorts of ritzy shit that you're certain were stolen from various ships in the over the length of this guy's piracy.
Great. So do we find our ship?
No, I mean this isn't the landing bay. This is a
Oh,
All right, this is what I needed. Start rummaging through stuff.
yeah. Can I just start going into some of those ships and start?
what ships?
I thought you said there was like a collection. Oh, this is just a collection of shit that he's pulled out of ships. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yeah. This is the captain's loot, right? Like all those little shiny things that didn't have any monetary value, but were pretty. He put into this room.
Can I give it a check to see if one of our comm badges is on there?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, you
What
don't
do I
even
need
have
to-
to give a check. They're like sitting on a platter, arranged in like a little star pattern, like clearly kept as trophies. In fact, there are
thought-
more comm badges there than there are people. Like there are you. Like obviously.
I don't have any pockets on this suit, right?
Shit, I don't know.
Starfleet doesn't believe in pockets.
Yeah, I guess not.
I guess I'll take just ours. I'll pass Lieutenant Hess, and I'll immediately start hailing the Starfleet. Sorry, the Percival.
Um. I feel like they're not gonna work until. Well, I mean, because they're not long-range communicators on themselves. They tie into a net. You know what? Like through the shuttle, you hail the Percival and you hear like static, and then it cuts off. So you're not sure if you get a message out or not. Mostly because we have to see it.
Unless this is exactly the moment that Tom was communicating.
Well, we'll have to come back to that specific thing. Is anybody else doing anything else in this room?
I'm flipping up the rugs now.
Yeah. So
checking underneath them.
under the rugs there is a like a large large safe with some sort of a lock, like a futuristic combination lock on the front.
Can I crack this?
You certainly give it a try.
How does one crack a safe?
I would say that this would be a control security check. So your
Okay.
control is 10 and your security is 5, and you do have that focus on security systems. So that means that if you roll a 5 or less, you get a double success.
Go, Cap.
Is that 2 dice?
2 dice.
Bring it.
That's 2
That's
successes.
terrible.
That's all you needed.
Oh, snap.
So yeah, you crack the safe open. There's, all sorts of like shiny little trinkets. And if I had planned ahead better, there would be some other like MacGuffins from past Star Trek episodes, but I didn't really think about that. So you reach in and you pull out like this one little isolinear computer chip that, kind of looks out of place from everything else and stuff it in your pocket.
Ahoy.
What you got there?
Wine recipe.
You did all this for a wine recipe?
I wouldn't question that what the Vulcan we had to work this time. I wonder how she's doing.
Now where's that shuttle bay?
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
Let's move on.
Is there
Yeah.
like a terminal that we can use to get a map?
Yeah, I'm sure you can bring up a map somewhere in here, and like you're not too far from the shuttle bay.
I guess we'll head there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So then let's bounce over to Vivek. So you're in engineering, like running your drill, and Van Gardner bursts in, and he's like, "You son of a bitch! What did you do?"
I asked for help. I need to go find the captain.
You went behind my back. Actually, no. You went over my head, and you did it from behind my back.
Yeah, I'm pretty good like that.
Lewd.
I'm gonna kill you for this. You underhanded son of a bitch. And he turns around and walks out. And he's like, "You have the con, Captain." And everybody in engineering is just staring.
Just all right. Prepare to. All right, enough of these drills. Let's get the.
Starfleet got drama.
All right, yeah. So you
yeah.
like walk into the turbo lift. What do you say?
I say, all right. Prepare to. Prepare to move out, or prepare to search for the captain.
All right. Let's flip back to Sora and the captain. Jesus, I don't even know.
I try something.
Yes, please.
I am going to lie through my teeth and back up his claim.
Okay.
Like, I have evidence of this. Yada blah blah blah. Would this be persuasion?
Here's the thing. Most of them knew and don't care. So coming out with evidence that their pirate captain was a murderer. Oh, but the way he did it. Yeah,
because
yeah, okay. Yes, let's do presence, command. Your focus on, well, I could see you using provocation or persuasion depending on which way you wanted things to go.
You could also just bullshit them and say, like, we've got, 3 giant Starfleet ships headed this way, and, maybe if you let us
No, I
go,
want to
we
back
won't
up this
shoot.
whole. I want to back up this
Oh,
whole
okay.
thing. I'm buying time, and
Okay.
But yeah, I want to get the support to this behind this new guy.
All right, yeah, go ahead. So
Uh,
actually we'll call it a focus on diplomacy, even though really the mechanical thing is across the board.
16-5.
1, 2,
Three.
3. That, I mean, with his one from earlier, that is pretty darn good. So I think yeah, they don't really know what to think. This guy Koth had been held up on a pedestal for so long. Maybe it is time for new leadership. Tesora, do you want to say anything out loud, or to Kaloth, or whatever we called him?
Koloth, I think I'm gonna say, I don't know. I think, I don't know what else to say. I think I
That's
kind
fine.
of have, yeah. So last he did a speech, then the captain backed him up. Maybe I'll just say, so what happens now? Ball's in your court. As I am literally just like dragging myself along the ground by my hands.
I mean, he already dropped his sword, so I think he reaches down and picks you up and he says, "Let's get you some help."
Okay. Yeah, I say, let's if you're aiming to be a pirate, that's not a very good start, but I do appreciate it.
If you're going to be a pirate, maybe having a couple of Starfleet officers beholden to you isn't a bad thing. He snickers. He's like, maybe
Yeah.
I'm better at this than I thought. So let's switch back over to the shuttle party. You burst into the hangar bay, and I mean, your shuttle is there, but so's like, there's an Andorian attack ship, and a little Vulcan shuttle that Kav, you were caught in, and sort of like a bigger courier ship of a Uridian design, and I forgot he was with you, but he runs over to it and sort of gestures with his hands.
I actually go to like all the other ships and I'm just going into them and I'm turning on their distress signals.
Make me one.
That's genius.
Yeah, it is. Make me one. Probably reason engineering. Difficulty 0, but you're gonna get another distress signal turned on for every success.
Okay. And then
Actually, use
fuck it,
con. Reason con.
Okay, and I am going to just use my determination.
Okay.
They won't see this coming.
No, they will not see this coming. Okay. So there's
That's a
1,
great
2.
value.
Oh God.
And I'm sorry, it was reason con, so
Yes.
that's a third.
Okay. So you are able to figure out how to activate the distress signals on 3 ships.
Plus the Starfleet one?
Including the Starfleet one.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's just a little shuttle, so. Alright.
Yeah, that's why I figured turn a bunch on and see what happens.
Yeah, okay. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, okay, so...
Is it possible for me to operate mine?
Yeah.
And maybe call in for Oh. Snap.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
What
yeah, you
about
can
you, Captain?
absolutely reach out and use your comms.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Where's you? What about the captain?
Well, not much we can do for her right now, except get back up like we were ordered. So that's what we're doing.
Do we have a signal back that they got our hail?
It's not really a hail so much as a SOS.
Yeah, it's just like a beacon that dings. So you're hopeful.
We have done what we came for. We better get back to the captain.
Might as well arm ourselves up a bit more. Go through the shuttle and see if they left anything.
Yeah, they hadn't even begun to strip it yet. So, I mean, the one of you that doesn't have a weapon can grab it, or you guys can all drop the disruptors and take phasers.
Yeah.
What's better,
If you want to
the
give me
phaser
some
or the-
threat, I'll even throw in a phaser rifle.
No.
I like that zero threat right now.
Yep. I'll take a phaser. Not sure if it's better than the disruptor.
It's more versatile.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
I'll grab a disruptor. I don't know if I'm any good at using it or if I'm better at martial arts or something, but
It never hurts to have a thing called a disruptor.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are running back. I'll even say like, where are you heading specifically?
I don't know. Maybe we split up and some of us try to take the top deck so we can get people at different angles if we're gonna help the captain. Like just waiting outside the door to that upper deck, like, and when shit goes off, a couple of us burst in up there.
Yeah, I think you get there and like you hear cheering, but it's not like cheering. It's more of like a commotion, as if the entire audience was arguing at once. So you're at the top door.
Sure.
Who's at the bottom door? So is it? I assume two's at one door and one's at the other because there's three of you. So who wants to be at the top door with McCullen, or do you both want to be at the bottom door?
I think I want to go bottom door.
Ever?
Bomb and what was the other option?
There's a door up top that leads into like the audience area, and there's the door on the bottom that rolls into the actual like pit.
Can I charge my phaser so that it's at its maximum and widest capacity before I go into the audience?
Yeah, it's a minor action when you're in combat.
Yep.
Okay. So you're top door?
Yes.
Okay. So then the bottom door opens and the captain is there supporting Tesora under one arm, and the Nausicaan captain is supporting her under the other arm. And I think at that moment, like, you guys open the top one and you see like the Nausicaans are all like fighting with each other, but not like to the death, but like arguing with fists, if that makes sense. Like, they don't know how to have an argument without fighting, but they're not trying to kill each other. They're trying to prove who's right.
So it's one of those you open the door and you just
Donnybrook.
Yeah.
Turkish Parliament.
Yes.
How,
So is that
how
one of those
many-
open the door moments and then see what's happening and then
Yes.
slowly close the door?
Yeah, like we're about ready to go all Butch and Sundance, and then,
Shoe thunk.
yeah.
All right, what about downstairs? What's going on there? Oh yeah.
I mean, we're leaving.
I take aim at the Nausicaan captain with my disruptor.
Like he stops.
Whoa,
He's like,
whoa,
wait,
whoa,
wait,
whoa.
wait. You missed a lot. Hold on.
We made a friend.
Ally. He corrects you.
Close enough.
He's like, listen, like, yes, I hit her with my sword, but I swear it's all okay now.
Do I
You
know
hit me pretty hard.
enough medical to help the ensign?
Your name is.
Why don't we just get back to the Percival
Leo.
and then we'll
Yeah, I mean, you do have a good medicine skill, so you can definitely do some first aid if you need to. But honestly, the first aid stuff isn't needed right now because he took the complications instead.
Got it.
I drop the tip of the barrel for now, and I'm like, all right, quick, to your shuttle.
He's like, the shuttle bay is this way, and he starts sort of like leading you guys back towards the shuttle, while still holding, supporting Tesora.
Do you give me my comm badge back?
Did you, Kev? Since you're the only one downstairs, give him.
Oh, I'm the only one downstairs. Yeah, I'll chuck you comm badges. I think these are yours.
I say to Koloth, if you're looking for a good score, I happen to know the locations of some systems where the Breen are going to be shipping some colony supplies over the next year or so.
I give her a look. Like, what?
He's like, yeah, that would help me out a lot.
Did you just tip a pirate?
And then I'll look back and go, oh, my ears were ringing there for a second. I don't think I heard that. What did you say, Tesora?
Nothing, Captain. And I say, and I emphasize Captain, like and give Koloth a look that's just like, you know how captains work.
Well, he is the captain technically, so
yeah.
At this time, does the thing beep? Or do we just get on our shuttle and bail?
Yeah, I think now is about the time that. Sorry, Tom. I really thought you were gonna save the day there, but yeah, the Percival pulls up outside, and you hear the any Starfleet officer. This is Lieutenant Bomox on the Percival. Please respond. Meanwhile, I think Tom, you're probably reaching out on the main communication line.
Yeah.
Yes, Percival. What is it? 6?
I don't know how many.
The
Leo,
rat guy.
yes.
Our new
Connor.
Vulcan friend. Everyone in the party plus that poor Andorian and the rat guy.
Okay. So you're all gonna beam over to the Percival?
Oh yeah.
That's Phoenix luck, calling a favor and get they're already been resting
and also
themselves.
actually one of them gets our shuttle back because we do not need that going.
I mean, yeah, somebody could just fly it over there. They're like just next door now.
Yeah.
All right. So the Koloth sets Tesora down, and you guys all gather because you have to stand a little bit away so they can get the good transporter lock. And he's like, "Well, I hope that our paths will cross again. This was definitely an enlightening experience.
Next time, don't stab us.
Can't make any promises, Captain." And the sort of energy thing starts when
and all I get out is for crying out, and then we beam out.
I take a shot with my disruptor.
All right.
What?
Go ahead.
Blast the guy.
And roll control security.
I've got like values and like I think I've got a determination point here. I'm
Everybody
not sure.
starts it with a determination, so yes.
Does that mean I
So
can use one to have a better chance at doing this?
yes. So there are a few ways to use determination. The most common one, and the one I'm going to suggest you use here, is you find a value in your little list that makes sense in this situation, and then you automatically get a dice that is assumed to have rolled a 1.
Everybody has a weak point, possibly.
I think it's the one below that.
My first duty. Should I say it out loud?
Yeah, say it out
go
loud.
on
That's
then.
fine.
My first duty is to the Republic.
All right.
And I
So yeah,
blast him.
go ahead and roll control security. So that's 10-5. You actually don't have a focus for this, so it's 10.
No.
It's 15-1.
And so do I roll 3?
2, because the
Just
third die is assumed to be a 1, so you automatically get 2 successes.
Okay. Hooja!
So there's 3,
6,
4.
6.
So you get 4 successes. Your disruptor pistol does 3 plus your security, which is 5. So roll 5d8, but I would just spend those 2 momentum that you generated to do more damage and roll 8, 9, 10. Roll 10d6 rather.
10d6.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and a little 1 on the end for 15. Just the cherry on top. So yeah, just as like the transporters start, the Vulcan lifts his pistol and disintegrates the Nausicaan captain, and you all materialize on the transporter pad of the Percival.
Shit.
Oh god, those things are dangerous.
Wait, what do you do? Oh.
I will look at our new Vulcan friend and then go and just take the disruptor from him.
I'm holding it out. Grip first.
And then just like kind of glare at you a bit.
I avoid your gaze.
What about everybody else?
I'm stunned. I did not see that coming. My jaw is on the floor, especially after, like, I just melded with this guy, so I think there's an attachment there.
Oh yeah,
whether I
absolutely.
want there to be or not, and I am that actually, like, out of character and in character, that jarred me hard. And I think I'm crumpling back to the ground, and I say, oh, I don't even know what I say.
You don't have to say anything.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, nothing. I got no words.
I will look at our new security officer and then say, would you mind supporting our little friend here to the brig?
Of course, Captain. Let me.
And he's gonna help Tesora. Oh, sorry.
No.
Who do you mean as?
Yeah, I'm going to
Pardon?
med bay. This other Vulcan is going to the brig.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll help. Cap.
And then
Also, if it hasn't already, that ship's gonna fire on us pretty soon.
and then I'm going to beep up to the bridge and then say, please get us out of here in a hurry.
Yes, Captain.
They start moving the ship away.
And then we need to talk later, Captain.
Okay. And then I'll look over at McCullen and say, would you please bring our Ensign Tesora to the medical bay?
Yes, ma'am. Where's the medical bay?
Computer guidance to medical bay.
Thank you, Captain. And then I'll start taking the strange Vulcan to medbay.
All right, yeah, the Gorn doctor gets to work like, "Oh my god, this looks like a sword wound. What the fuck do you people get up to?" And she starts, you know, stitching
I
up
think
here.
it was a sword wound.
It was a sword wound. It was absolutely a sword wound.
No. That's
Oh,
that's
in
what.
character.
Yeah, in character. I think it was a sword wound, Doctor.
All right, Eversoul and Cav are escorted into the brig, or well, Eversoul
Who and
eventually
Cav?
finds.
Everything is
Leonidas.
gone.
Damn it!
Yes. No, yeah, I'm
Leo.
feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, you throw them. The Federation prison cells are a lot nicer than the ones on Nausicaan ships. So it's, you throw them in this nice, brightly lit cell and throw up a security screen.
It's clean at least.
And we will replicate him some new clothes and stuff. But the average prisoner treatment.
All a big waste of time. I've got diplomatic immunity from any Federation prosecution.
Immunity this!
I'll smile at you. I've already contacted my
Oh, I wasn't even
associates.
there.
Oh.
Everoth is there, and maybe Tesora.
You just gave me a moment where I could actually quote Lethal Weapon 2.
No one has ever said that before. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Tesora, are you there with? Are you in the brig? Did you go with Leonidas?
No,
And,
I was in Medbay, and I don't think that I necessarily want to go talk to the other Vulcan now.
Yeah. So then it's just.
I'm sorry.
Leo.
Do say sorry to the Vulcan for me. They seem to grow quite attached to that fellow at the end there.
So are you a secret Romulan in disguise?
It's not much of a disguise, really.
Yeah, so I think.
But yeah, I am a Romulan.
Less than an hour later, a warbird decloaks. This is the Tal Shiar craft Falchion. We've come for we've come to extract our diplomatic envoy.
I'll do a face palm, look up and go, all right, yeah, this is just audio. Momentarily, we need to deprocess him.
You have 10 minutes.
Understood. I would like, and then I contacted the brig. I would like a full scan and pat down of that individual.
Yeah. Okay. So.
This isn't regulation.
He's got a isolinear chip on him.
I'm afforded rights against such intrusions of privacy.
You may give you may lodge a complaint with Stargate, or not Stargate, goddamn Starfleet Command.
Say Colonel anywhere on my uniform.
With Starfleet, and then I will take the isolinear rod and pocket it.
I can't allow you to take that.
Noted. Or I'll just kind of look and go, looks like I just did, and then I'll say, hit the transporter room and say site-to-site transport of our guest to his ship.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So.
I am fuming. Like the look on my face. I'm like, oh.
I'm sure that won't come back to haunt you at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
Pretty much everything this episode's gonna come back to haunt us.
Let's bounce over to the ready room, I guess, with the captain and Vivek. Anybody else there?
I think everyone else is either new and probably doesn't want to get involved,
Or
just got
healing.
or
cut in half.
in medical bay.
I do
Yeah.
think I have an injury, so I need to be on medical when everything is over.
Well, that's true. You did jump on top of a grenade.
Just a
And I
minor.
also have I'm not sure if you saw my trade, which might have an issue with me jumping in front of a grenade.
Trait.
If I need a new one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not. It wasn't an explosive grenade. It was a stun grenade.
Oh, so not an EMP. That would not fuck up the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so we what do you call it? So I think it's probably just us two.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I say, well, I'm glad you're back. Van Gardner was, stonewalling on us finding you, but I knew something was wrong, so I may have gone over his head to get permission to come and get you.
I will look and go, I guess it was your turn, as I look over the report he's giving me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll look over, and then I lean closer in and he goes, how many drills?
Yeah. But yeah, so we may owe a favor to some folks.
And then go, wait. And then I continue to scroll. And were those drills like cutting into people's like sleep time and stuff too?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, it was like
Like if you chart the performance, like there's a huge drop off. Like there's gains obviously because I mean you run some drills, you get better at shit. But then like efficiency just plummets.
Yeah, there's 6 straight hours of emergency drills.
And then those emergency drills led him to okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually look and go. I will have to note this insubordination to your commanding officer in your file, and then I'll kind of look up at him and say, although I will add some caveat note to inform Starfleet about the reasoning why. And I look at him and go, don't ever do that to me.
Yeah, don't worry.
And at that point, I'll go.
We're both ex-intelligence.
I'll kind of give a little bit of a smirk and go, indeed. You're dismissed.
Thank you, Captain.
And then I'm calling Van Gardner in.
Yeah, I think he was on the thing and he's like, Captain, I have to lodge a serious complaint about Commander Vivek's insubordination.
Is this as he left?
Yeah, like before the door even closes. This guy has no social skills whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I'll say, that is your right to do an official request, but can I ask you one thing before you do that?
Absolutely, Captain.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Excuse me, Captain?
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't understand.
The first time you are in full control of this ship, you run a total of 26 separate drills with every department on the ship, making all officers or all crewmen on duty exhausted and not capable of doing their jobs correctly, and also this huge distraction distracting you, the commanding officer, to not notice when actually something is going on, disregarding the information that is being brought to your attention by he was the second in command at the time, right?
Yeah.
By your XO, and forcing him to take measures and placating and just brushing off everything that he. My mind is blown by your level of incompetence.
Permission to speak freely, Captain?
Granted.
That's the pot calling the kettle black, ma'am. You want to talk about incompetence? I've been on this ship for 10 months now, and I have seen one catastrophe barely averted after another. If I'm going to serve on this ship, I don't want to die because of everybody else's incompetence, and that includes yours, ma'am.
And how old is this kid?
He's fairly old. You know, he's
fairly
probably in
old.
his 30s. He's a career officer.
Shut up, Wesley.
No, I was just wondering. Commander, what did you do in the war?
I was a tactical officer on the USS Rutledge.
Could I pull up what that ship was like?
Yeah, I mean it was actually one of the frontline ships, and it saw action often.
What kind of war was this? Sorry.
Yeah, it was like, it was a sector spanning, so it was like the Gamma Quadrant, like a quarter of the galaxy, basically, like the evil overlords and their army against the Federation, Klingons, and Romulans, all fighting back against them, and they
Awesome.
still almost lost.
And then I'll look at him and go, would you, during that time, exhaust your crew to the point when they'd not be able to operate?
It was because of drills and practice, ma'am, that ship was able to survive the kinds of bandits.
24/7? One right after the other? Or did you space them out? Did your captain have the competence to know when to push and when not to? Because you don't seem to understand that. And then I'll say, you may not like the way things are done on this ship, but that is not your burden to bear. And then I'll just say, you may make all the hissy fits and temper tantrums you would like to Starfleet Command, or Starfleet, I don't know, I keep doing that, Starfleet. That's your prerogative. But know that your time during this mission is not painting you in a good light, Commander. You are dismissed.
He stares at you for a second, and then comes to attention, like, picture perfect. Turns and walks out without another word.
Cool. Can I do one more thing?
Sure.
I'm plugging in that isolinear chip. Is it hack? I assumed it's
Oh yeah, it's totally encrypted.
I'm calling my friend.
Which one?
The one who
Oh, I know who you're talking about. DeLuca.
Yep. On a secure channel.
Hello, Captain. Long time no see.
Yes, indeed.
Was your officer right? Was your shuttle detained unduly?
By some Nausicaan thugs. It's been taken care of. But our trip may have created some fruit. Some unexpected fruit. I have an isolenary rod here from a Tal Shiar operative that was very important to him.
He looks really interested. He's like, oh?
Indeed. And it's encrypted, but someone of your skill should be able to get past it.
I think I would very much appreciate that.
I thought you would. And since seeing as we're exchanging favors, would you maybe be able to do one for me?
I feel like I owe you at least one at this point.
I think what was I can't remember his name. My current XO.
Van Gardner.
Van Garden, Commander Van Gardner might appreciate a promotion or transfer to Starfleet Intelligence. He's been proving himself very good in that arena. Maybe you could have him run drills for you.
He narrows his eyes and he's like, That that's actually a pretty big favor. I'm willing to do it, but we're even.
For the time being, I hope our time together won't come to an end just because we're even.
No, one of us will need another favor at some point.
Of course.
Plus, your chief engineer does owe me one now as well.
Well, good to know he's in good company. And I'll also say, oh, and with that, there is. Can I attach a sub caveat on there?
You're testing me.
I very much am. Feel free to say no to this.
I'm listening.
But I have seen the light about Ensign Tesora. Her ability, in this last crisis, proved phenomenal, and she did it all without violence. Maybe it might be time to reconsider her demotion.
When I came to you at the time, you turned me down flat. It's
I turned
a
you down
much
because
harder thing for me to do now after the fact than it would have been when the verdict hadn't been delivered yet.
I turned you down flat because we had an audience. But I understand if you're unable to do such a thing. I would consider it a personal favor.
That was quick.
Now you're very not even.
I'll get back to you, Captain, but I'll see what I can do.
Much appreciated. Always a pleasure speaking to you.
And you. You've got my comm frequency. Reach out anytime.
We will rendezvous to drop off this prize whenever you have the opportunity.
He's like, oh, you can meet the... Oh, damn, I have the name for this ship. Hold on.
We're just gonna belong to them pretty soon.
You can find the... Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah, you can meet my ship in... he gives some coordinates, which are fairly close. He's like, well, we'll be there within the hour.
Understood. And I will demur out and then beep off.
Okay, so as the Percival pulls away, I think we have a quick scene on board a Romulan bird of prey. As they watch the ship pull away from under cloak, the Tal Shiar captain? I think they use military ranks. I don't remember. If it wouldn't be a captain, then it would be a colonel. Shit, what was your real name? I don't even remember.
Koleb.
Koleb, right. Major Koleb, how did you fare?
Sir, mission failure, sir. Witnesses executed. However, the intelligence has been stolen by the Federation.
Have a seat, Major.
Yes, sir.
Did you look at the disc? Or the chip?
Did I have the capabilities to?
No, but, Tashi are resourceful, you never know.
I did not, sir.
the information on there was going to be leaked to the Federation eventually. You may have actually just accelerated a plan that's been almost a decade in the making. If everything works as planned, you have just cemented Romulus as a like shining, or not a shining beacon, as the most powerful planet in the galaxy for a century to come.
Like, I suppress a big patriotic grin. So I'm like, well, despite my misgivings, it seems the mission may have been a success after all, sir.
I agree.
I would be wary of the captain of that particular vessel.
I've had dealings with her. And, the camera pans around to show his face, and this was, he presented himself as a military captain during the treaty negotiations. What was his name?
Something, we recognize the face.
Yeah, everybody recognizes the face as the Romulan. There he is. Romulan's Commander Imek, turns out, is actually a Tal Shiar leader. And
Shock.
Yeah.
Total shock.
Right. Oh my god. He's like, why don't you take a day or two off and let me know when you're ready for your next mission, Major?
Thank you, sir. And I walk out.
And he sort of he looks thoughtful as he stares at the Percival retreating on the screen. He's like, oh no, Major. Thank you. All sinister like.
Credits.
Actually, can I do one quick scene?
No, yes, of course.
So we see Tesora. I want her now to be in one of those like Star Trek wheelchair-y things. You know what I mean? What do they call it? Is it just a wheelchair?
Sure. With the little beep beep thing in the front.
Yeah. So
You got Spike's chair.
Yeah, and she's in her room, and I think we might see her room like really well for the first time, which has a classic like H.P. Lovecraft illustration poster on the wall, and like posters of like Mayan ruins, and there's a Vulcan lyre. But what she's doing is she's talking into a communicator, and I want to say like she's calling Eversoul, but like Eversoul like isn't there. It's just like a little like leave a message beep sort of thing. And she's a little bit hopped up on painkillers, but she's leaving a message for Eversoul while she's like playing with Professor Sniffles, with the new toys she bought. And she says, I had to know how they did it, Eversoul. How they generated the dead list, the one they used to tell me which soldiers to beam out and who to leave behind. So one day, I brushed up on my decryption skills and I broke through the security on my superior officer's terminal. And you know what I found out? What the craziest part was that once you got down past the really top brass, maybe one or two individuals, once you rescued them, the rest of the list, it wasn't based on the soldiers' skills or their utility to Starfleet or their commendations or even how many children they'd leave behind. Do you know how they did it, Eversoul? It was random. It was random because that was the only fair way to do it, to avoid favoritism. That was the logic I was supposed to put my faith in. Just random. And she gazes into a poster of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
Now credits.
Now credits. Or maybe the credits are playing over that one.
Yeah.
All right. This has been Star Trek Adventures Pathfinder. I am Colin. I was the GM. Joining us tonight, we had, in order of what they did, sorry, Tom, but we had Tom.
Yep, that's all right. I'm Tom, Commander Vivek, the current engineer and former intelligence officer.
And for the record, Tom and I did
Commander-
discuss the different possibilities earlier, since his character was not entirely involved in this one, but we knew that would be a possibility depending
Yeah,
on
that's
how
fine.
things went. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I think next is James.
Hey, I'm James, and I am now playing Lieutenant Connor McCullen.
Of the Clan
Um,
McCullen.
Yeah, of Clan McCullen. The ship's new helmsman.
And Ever.
Hello. Today I was playing a new crew member. Sorry.
Commander Everso.
You're now more than eager to say the captain crew member.
You just said Eversoul.
Yeah, you did. You used the wrong name too. We're all gonna be doing that.
Leo.
Leo.
Leonie Trust.
All right, and then we had Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara, Captain Demore. Playing right into Starfleet Intelligence. Maybe some other, well-known organizations. Hands. And yeah.
All right. Then we had Daniel.
I'm Daniel, and I played Tesora, and I'm not crazy. My reality is just different than yours.
All right. Last but certainly not least, we had our special guest star this evening, Luke.
I had a lot of fun. I won't be able to do this often. But yeah, that were great. Long live Romulus.
Yeah, I hope things will work out where Luke would be able to join us in the future, because that is a fun character concept to play with, and I always enjoy gaming with Luke. For those of you that do not know, Luke and Tara both alternate games in GURPS on Friday nights. Tara is about to start on a I don't know, a dark
Spoopy
70s
It's
horror.
called Dark Visions. I don't want to get too much into it, but it stars a private investigator team getting into dark Cthulhu-esque shenanigans. Very not our usual set of goofy kind of. We're trying some grim dark stuff.
Jinkies. And then
Jinkies.
Luke, what do you do on the other Fridays now? You're off of the one thing and onto the other thing?
Maybe Null Space, maybe Omega Illocution, which is 60s superheroes and a smelly pilot. Null Space is 2960s monsters and a dead pilot.
Yeah. So we are the Kobold Cafe. There are more of us spread amongst these games and others. You can check our schedule on our website, thekoboldcafe.com. We've also got all of Star Trek's archives there, as well as some previous games. We're on YouTube. We don't have a vanity URL, so you just have to search the Kobold Cafe.
If you subscribe to us, then we might be able to get a vanity URL. We need 53 more.
53 more. I'm going to start holding my breath right now. Where else? We're on Twitch. In fact, several of you are watching us on Twitch. But if you want us on Twitch, we're on Twitch.
Several of us are
Twitch.tv
watching us on Twitch.
/Kobold Cafe. Did I miss anything? Twitter. We're on the Twitter too. @Kobold Cafe. Sure, you're sensing a theme. Thank you all for watching, and tune in tomorrow night. Is anything going on tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Dark
Right.
Visions.
Dark Visions.
Dark Visions.
Friday the 13th, bro.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, maybe I'll have to listen in too, just for funsies.
Nice
Right.
I thought you were gonna join.
No. Not immediately, at least. All right. That's it for us tonight. Say goodnight, everybody.